I am unfortunately your host, Takahata101. And we're joined by Monty Gludever, a DM extraordinaire. What was that?
Hello.
What was that? Monty, where can they find you?
You can find me at Monty Glue on Twitter, where I hopefully will be posting more of my fish tank because I want to try and work with that this week. You can also find me at twitch.tv/Monty Glue. We'll see if there's going to be a stream tomorrow. I seriously do feel it kind of a cold on the horizon with the sleep stuff, so we'll see. But if I'm feeling pretty good, I want to do maybe some Dark Souls or some Monster Hunter. I don't know. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
Alrighty, Goomba,
Hello?
where can they find you?
You always default to me, huh? No, you can find me here at twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba. I got killed last night. I'm actually dead.
This is Gaijin
dead.
Ghost.
It's Gaijin Ghost.
Gaijin Ghostma.
Yeah. All right there. No. I died last night because you guys are fantastic people. Come around every Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. or every Friday at 10 a.m. U.S. Central Time for some good weeby goodness. I know I said good twice. Otherwise, check me out on YouTube. I talk about culture and games and anime and blow your mind. New videos going up tomorrow talking about the Nobushi because y'all haven't left me alone about it for 2 goddamn years.
Okay. By the way, Goomba, I always default. Goomba, I always default to you because you know what they say: the squeakiest wheel gets the oil. Zito, where can they find you?
Fucking
Oh God.
Zito.
Okay, well, you can find me at the twitch.tv/Zito. We are starting up a completely brand new schedule. Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays are going to be between the hours of 5 p.m. CST and 8 p.m. CST because, sometimes I like to go to sleep as well. But Fridays will still remain 9 p.m. till 1 in the morning. What are we going to be playing? I don't know because I like to just spice shit up with variety. Sometimes there's indie games. Sometimes there's who the fuck knows. Sometimes there's art. I just want to make myself a lot more open and feel a lot more healthier going into 2019.
Hey, that's a good call.
Hey, Zito.
Yeah.
Sometimes it needs to be a double date of Mario Party or Smash so we can be angry at each other.
Hey, that's why I completely just stopped putting in, this is what I'm going to be playing on these days, because fuck that shit. I need to do something different and new.
I'm serious.
I was going to say, can you play Mario Kart online? Like, not Mario Kart, Mario Party, online with friends?
No, I live literally 6 floors down from him.
No, you need you need space. You need space between each other when you're playing that game. That game is a rough go of it. Octopimp, our guest star. Hi, Octo. Where can they find you, you sexy LA man?
Oh, stop. Yes, that's me. I'm Octo, the sexy LA man. You can find me everywhere at Octopimp, Twitch, Twitter. Don't follow my Twitter though; it's really bad, especially lately.
I noticed your big announcement. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Investigation.
So investigation. I can't top it. Anyway, I recently played through all of the Mega Man Legends series on my Twitch. I mostly do retro stuff. And I'd never played it before. I felt like I missed out. It's so good. Yeah. So if you're like retro games, come check me out. That's mostly what I do.
Let me ask: will you miss X7? If the answer is no, good man.
Is it X7? I've only played X1 through 4. Isn't 7 like the worst one?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, 4 is.
Well, 4 is a class. Let's not say something we can't, take back. 4 is
Well,
great.
listen. Let me finish my sentence.
Okay.
I was going to say 4 is where the series is after 4 is where the series starts dropping off. It's like
Okay. I thought you were gonna make a "What am I fighting for" joke.
Wait,
yeah.
is that the game? Is that the game for the PlayStation 1?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the what am I fighting for?
I think I bought that for $3 from EB Games a long time ago.
It's a good ass game. It's actually pretty
I have
good.
to block out the light. Hi there, Bosco. Where can they
Hi,
find you?
Bosco, what's up?
Hi, how's it going? You guys can find me at Bosco VA, both on Twitter and Instagram. And you can also find me right here on twitch.tv/Edward Bosco. So it's the same old place. By the way, thank you, Chad. I appreciate you guys reminding me of the football game that just happened. So how did I feel about the double doink? It crushed me for about an entire day, if you guys want the honest to God truth. And it still kind of stings. So, yeah.
The double doink.
Hey,
Yep.
That's my new
no, I'm not-
special. That's my new secret technique. The double doink.
No, it
I
just
went,
it legitimately sucks. there's no joke.
Alrighty, but Connor, tell me more about the double doink, or at least where they can find you.
Yes. So you can get more double doinks at twitter.com/snake and twitch.tv/distortion devil. I'm not doing much of anything at the moment, but after the 15th, I will start streaming again on my new rig that's coming soon.
He's very excited.
I am very
good.
excited.
That's good. I got some people I got to call out here real fast. Call out their kindness. I want to thank Alpacas and Top Hats for the 15-month resub. Gaijin Goon for the rehost third in 2017 with the 500 bits. Are there any issues with the podcast? The last episode hasn't shown up yet. That's because our editor was at MagFest. We will be getting everything to you ASAP now that he is back and no doubt is fighting off a cold.
You guys are
Exactly.
gonna get
We
it.
posted that on the.
Yeah,
I was going to say we posted that on the Twitter for more Unexpectables updates for anything that might be a little bit fucky. Go to twitter.com @_Unexpectables_ for more updates.
And also, if you're not a Twitter person, we do have a Discord as well. We do announce things on the Discord, so we also announce it on our Discord as well. The moment he landed, he contacted me, Austin. So he got on it immediately as soon as he could. So
I'll be
that
uploading.
should be coming out here.
You
guys will be getting a double dosage of Unexpectables this week.
Double
so.
dose. All right. Real quick.
Yes, that's the double doink.
All right,
Double
here we
doink.
go. Now, I gotta keep going through all these.
That's really
Rand
good.
Cossack with a 16-month resub. Thank you so much, dude. Avion Fan with 100 bits. Thank you so much. Mine Schwarzen Schwestol, 8-month resub. Oof. Yeah. Defective Sheep with 11-month resub. Huzzah, 11-month anniversary. Thank you so much. Ink Spin. Thank you so much. Albatross with a 1,500 bits. Thank you so much, dude. Let's hope the dice rolls are almost as lucky as the Eagles. I am sad at Bosco. Albatross. Oof. Doppelganger Hunter gifting a sub to HVZ Bard. Captain Actually, thank you so much for the 19-month resub. Doppelganger Hunter gifting a sub to Bizarre Coyote. Avery Manley Puppet with a 13-month resub. Blackfoot Ferret with over 9,000 bits.
What, 9,000?
Yes.
There's no way that can be correct.
No, it is. Let's get at him.
Wow.
Blackfoot Ferret with 9,001 bits. Thank you so much. 2 doinks are better than 1 doink. Lime's evil.
God.
Dun, dun,
Poor
dun, dun,
Bosco
dun,
is
dun, dun, dun.
I just see over his head like the defeatable Rich Evans right now. This poor man. I'm so sorry.
Defeated Richard. Blackfoot Ferret, thank you so much for the 9,001 bits, dude. It's incredibly kind of you. Draconis88, thank you so much for the sub. The Penguin with a 15-month resub. Thank you so much. Doppelganger Hunter gifting another sub to Addis Soul. Daisy Ed with a 1,500 bits. Thank you so much. The face when Kirby and the Prince of the Cosmos are capable of solo killing a Tarask. Kirby eats it and the Prince fires it into space. Ooh, interesting. It's good this was a good tech talk, I'm not gonna lie. Portal Jumper 339 with a 500 bits. Happy New Year, everyone. Can't wait for what is sure to be a tearful reunion with the good boys. What are you talking about? Remy's been captured. We haven't seen him yet. Portal Jumper, thank you so much. Biako with a 071 with a 16-month resub. Thank you so much. Strong Glad 220 with a 500 bits. Love all you beautiful people. Here's to a good night and better rolls. Thank you. Middle Shadow X with a 17-month resub. Thank you so much. Saiyan Wolf gifting 3 subs to the community. Thank you so much, Saiyan Wolf. Actually, Saiyan Wolf gifting 5 subs to the community because it was split up by Doppelganger Hunter gifting another sub to the community. Thank you so much. Saiyan Wolf with, oh my god, 6 subs from Saiyan Wolf now. That's really kind of you. Void King 89 with a 10-month resub. Thank you so much, dude. Soul Flame 95 with a 200 bits. And Probo Nagayari with a 10,000 bits. Claiming what is rightfully mine. There's like lightning in the background. All hail. Newts out for Probo Nagayari. All right, real fast. Also, you can find me on twitch.tv here and Twitter, same name. Been doing a lot of the wrestling multiverse, and tomorrow is the big pay-per-view with the Money in the Bank match. So if you've been following that, it's going to be a lot of fun. The card's stacked. I'm really happy. All feuds. It's good.
Yes.
Ready for that?
Multiverse Nexus Wrestling presents Cold Heat.
Yes.
That's an oxymoron.
Yes, Nadine, it's wrestling.
It's wrestling. What'd you expect?
That's fair. You know, I'll leave.
Wrestling, Dean.
I'm sorry.
Wrestling.
And the main event, yes, is Trashman Jones versus Mr. Touchums in a no-holds-barred match for the title. So, please bar some holds.
I really can't believe you guys made Mr. Touchums a thing.
No, I didn't do it. It was all Che Hallam's fault.
I
Saying
know,
Wolf
I
10
saw
with 2 subs gifted to Sentient Potato and Sketchy Lines. SF Cody with 510 bits. Next year, Basco. The Bears here to save Remy to alleviate the pain. Thank you for the 510 bits. Warnari with a 19-month 3-sub. Gruel versus Tiango. Rumble in the Underdeck. Briz on Ice with 2,000 bits. Time to get really okay. Briz on Ice, thank you so much for the 2,000 bits. Polka King 237 with 100 bits. Saiyan Wolf 10 for the 2-month resub. Lurktimus Prime with a sub. Thank you, welcome. Drink with a 510 bits. Sorry, Bosco, but let's go, Eagles.
Okay, you know what? I'm trying to be
Drink
nice.
with a
But screw all
510
y'all. Let's
bits.
go Saints. I hope Drew Brees kicks your ass.
Ian Schmidgall with a 1,000 bits, ready to watch the Unexpectables tonight, and then jumping right into last night's Natural Wonders episode. Wink, 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 wink. Ian Schmidgall, thank you so much for swinging by here. Appreciate that. For the 1,000 bits. We'll get to you in a second, Nadine.
What? No, that was Zito.
Oh,
That
is it
was
just
Zito's
making
thing.
noise? Okay.
Yeah.
Question.
No,
you guys-
I was just gonna remind them that we didn't have Natural Wonders last night, but we did play Joking Hazard.
And it was fucking funny. That was really funny.
Yeah, I need to
I
find a way to play that game.
Natural ones last night, and I'm like, well, that's good.
I was doing work and I had that up and I literally had to stop because I was crying at like a few of those. Some
That
of
was a
them were
game
just
of
so
that was a game of
funny.
gods and fools, kings and peasants.
There's
Questing.
one, I don't want to say it on stream, but there was one that I'm just like, oh my, like the one where it was like 2 panels and a guy just stabs the other guy and it was so out of left field.
I'm so glad you
literally,
like that card.
Oh, that
fine.
was so funny. I was like, why did that one not win? Oh man.
I
Jungo's.
think my favorite card that I saw that night was, whoa, nice boner.
The things you say. Questing Chris with 500 bits, jumping on my birthday to cheer on my favorite D&D stream. Thank you, Questing Chris, and happy birthday. The Armored Owl, thank you for the 18-month resub. Jungo 60, 100 bits. I'm excited too. Defective Sheep with the 500 bits. I couldn't make it to last week's sections. All I remember is the cliffhanger where the gang run into a giant lady pirate's twin sister. You're an episode behind there, Defective Sheep. I'm so sorry to say. Alien Ghost 365 with a 1,000 bits. Friends Unite. 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. Albatross. I hope the Eagles lose the Salts like they did earlier this in the year. Bear down, Albatross says. Strong words from my Albatross. B. Kimball 1993 with 100 bits. Thank you so much. Protoss 103 with 245 bits. Can't wait for the gang to see Remy in the cage. Despite all his rage, he's still just a bird in a cage.
I knew somebody was going to make that joke.
Saiyan Wolf 10 with 1,000 bits. I like the fact that I don't care about football, so I just watch the firefights from the fans. We won!
That's how I feel.
We lost! Destroy everything! We won! Destroy everything! Maybe this is more than just football we should talk about.
I remember when I was talking to Bosco and he's just like, yeah, my team lost. I'm like, man, the intro to next episode's gonna be fun.
Saiyan Wolf 10, thank
Why?
you so much
Wait,
for the
what?
1,000 bits, because everyone just makes fun of you. Clockwork Angel with a sub, thank you so much. Huglords with 100 bits, thank you so much. Noxious Virus 117 with a 16-month resub, thank you so much. And Virgil the Dragon Bard, thank you for the prime sub. And Blindies Play Better Than You, 100 bits. Interesting name. And Flessass with 1,000 bits. I finally made it. Yeah. Well,
Don't worry, Bosco. I still like you.
Whoa.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, see, he's the only one that likes my voice acting on the rare time that I actually voice acted.
Okay, you know what?
True.
You know what? You never asked our
Yeah,
opinion.
let's hear it. Let's hear it, Taka. Let's hear it. How's my voice acting? Let's hear it.
Better than average.
How's my voice acting, you little bitch?
What are you going for?
Wow, when you put it like that.
Could have given a little bit more inflection.
I feel as if you're trying to make me like it rather than liking it yourself.
Guys, you guys are all really talented. Have any of you guys considered a career in voiceover? Like, you guys are really good.
I mean, I live in your...
You're just really talented, guys.
Thank
just
you.
really.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I did get an email from a couple of people, but you know.
Celestial Gene with 1,000 bits. Finally caught up and I can enjoy this stream with you guys. Yay. Celestial Gene, you absolute trooper. Welcome to the Unexpectables. Live. Admiral Lockwool with a 500 bits. Saints rules, Bear Clubs drool. Good job, Gaijin. 500 bits.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did y'all forget 2005 when we kicked y'all's butts to go to the Super Bowl? Why we gotta hate? Why are we gonna hate?
Wait, you mean this game isn't even the Super Bowl? I don't know anything about football.
How big is this? How much?
Why
How much
should
spaghetti?
Why should it matter?
Is that the TV show with all the funny commercials and then they play man chess?
No, isn't it like I don't even know what's funny. That makes it worse.
Hey guys, it's 7 o'clock.
Isn't
I
it-
gotta
isn't
read
it-
off. Let me
Take us away.
Last kerfuffle, thank you for the 1,000
Take us
bitches.
away to a place where football doesn't exist.
I just want to thank you all for getting me into D&D and tell you all to have a good day, week, month, year, decade, life, or else. Last kerfuffle, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Life of it with the 1,337 bits. All the voices are good. Thank you. Zen Hawk with the 19-month resub. Thank you. Yours with the 200 bits and Defective Sheep with 300 bits. It's not on YouTube yet. I'm sorry. Our editor was gone. Defective Sheep. Well, spoilers. All right.
Keep you updated.
All right. When last we left our heroes, Panic the Tiefling Bard, Borky the Orc Barbarian, Task the Kobold Ranger, Greckles the Kenku Rogue, Remy the Kenku Fighter, and a newfound friend in Zenryo the Triton Sorcerer, the party made their way through the depths of the ocean, avoiding destruction from the storm giantess Kulith Cascadia, and avoided being swallowed by colossal gulper eels in the depths of the ocean, and made friends with some curious merfolk. After taking a geyser to the surface and resting on the beach, the party delved into the woods and were taken captive by the native orc tribe. Unbeknownst to the party, Remy had also been taken hostage by the same orc tribe and made a prisoner by Gruul Hellhorn. Though tasked with mucking Auroch stalls, Remy was invited to the Grouse, a fighting pit that dictates partnership and mating ritual amongst the orcs. After challenging Gruul to hand-to-hand combat, Remy was returned to his cage, as the party was escorted to make audience with Gruul Hellhorn in the dawn. So as you guys enter the tent and you see this pretty actually average-sized orc, surprisingly. He's not tall, but distinguishing features, he's got these long horns with one missing on one side. He has kind of long, almost like claw-like talons, hair, almost bear-like hair kind of around his shoulders and his back, and a long, almost scaled-like tail, almost dragon-like, weirdly enough, that kind of lolls to his side as he sits on this not, extravagant throne, but a very clearly dictating throne with the 3 Auroch skulls laid on top of it.
Can we do some kind of check to determine what he might be in character?
This would be knowledge, either knowledge, arcana, or knowledge religion of your choice.
Would this have come up at all in that book I have?
Knowledge Arcana, you said? Or nature?
Knowledge, either arcana or knowledge religion. This deals with demons.
11.
That's a 4.
Okay.
Oh, that's 20.
I'll go for the magic. 15.
Okay. Not bad.
I do magic.
So would that have come up?
I will say yes, you will have advantage based off of your studies. 'Cause
Okay,
you did spend downtime to do that.
We'll do a religion check then.
Okay.
22.
Damn.
Very nice. Zenryo, as you walk through this camp, there's fire. Just like whipping flames, and there's mud, and there's these creatures with these like stone feet. Like they have these slabs of, you don't know what they are, but like hooves, but you don't know what those are. You've never seen something like that. They're not fins. How do they not have fins? It's very bizarre.
Can I like sort of try and get a closer look at one?
Yeah, roll knowledge nature if you want to take a look at them.
Okay. Oh, that's a
Nice.
natural 20.
As you kind of think about it and you recall your studies of the surface world, you've heard of things called cows, and they produce this thing called milk, which is something you can consume.
Oh. Hey, is this a cow?
You point to one of them outside the tent, and Gruul kind of lolls over and looks at you, kind of staring at you.
I like wave. I'm like, hi, is that a cow?
He looks to one of the orcs and kind of juts his head. One of his horns kind of clanks against the throne. You feel a set of hands, 2 hands, boom, grab onto your shoulders. As you see 2 large orcs behind you.
Can I look straight up or like back at both of them? Like, hi.
You have to forgive my trainee. He's rather sheltered.
Can I hold their hands? Put it on my shoulder.
Like a cross? Like cross holding?
Yeah, like they're holding on my
Or-
shoulders, and I'm like, I thought it was a greeting, so like I kind of like grabbed their hands. I'm like, what?
We're
roll
friends
a,
now.
Roll a charisma check.
You son of a bitch, you roll high. You roll high.
I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos to get advantage on this.
Okay.
Damn, that's good. Good use. Good use.
All right.
21.
21.
Ooh.
One of the orcs who seems older is very unmoved by this. He kind of seems kind of like one eye is kind of lazy and the other eye just stares sort of forward. The younger orc who is in the hunting party, roll an insight on him.
Okay. Ooh, I actually am trained in this. 20.
He blushes a little. He's like,
I kind of got like a big smile on my face. I'm like, hey, yeah. Oh, how's it going?
for you, Panic, you know of what these are. This is called,
You cut out.
you don't. Oh, did I? Oh,
Yeah.
uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Am I popping or am I
No,
just?
No, you're fine.
No,
now.
you're fine.
Okay,
You're fine.
okay. You Panic, you would know what he is. You know that he is a Tanneruk. The way the book talked about them, from what they know is that cultists will sometimes breed them, like make them actually happen, to control archetypes. Sometimes they're just naturally occurring. Other times they are like experiments, basically, like kind of like like an evil demon worshiper sort of enforcer. You know that they are hyper aggressive, very violent, and generally tend to be cold amongst their groups. You know, in your studies of tieflings and where they come from, this is very common practice, unfortunately, where some close knitted groups will sometimes just cull any sort of demonic blood simply for the safety sake of the rest of like either the tribe or the community. And given the nature, seeing a Tanneruk, especially in charge, is not super surprising, but it's definitely interesting, his demeanor at the moment. Like, you immediately get the sense that he is not normal in that way. He kind of looks on to you and he stares and he goes, "Once again, I find strangers in the woods. What business do you have with me? One of my men said you wish to speak, so speak then."
I will. On several things. I am a representative. Me and the ones with me. I am a representative of the city of Alavast.
He kind of hisses at that.
I see you know it.
"I know of the city, and I know that they've built around a thing.
They have.
And now they have their own tribe there.
They do.
And
But
you are its leader?"
No. But I am one of the representatives for the task of speaking to you. One of the leaders of the Orcs.
He kind of shuffles in his seat, and he reaches out into like a wooden bowl, and he grabs what looks like some sort of like nut of some kind. Nut, and he just kind of takes his claw and just kind of cracking noise as he just peels open the nut and just takes pieces out and just kind of crushes it between his teeth. His tusks aren't like crazy big. He definitely has them, but they're not as big as like an average orc's. You definitely see his other teeth are like canine-like, like very monstrous in nature. "And what does the city want from us? Do they wish to extend their villages on our borders?"
No. They don't. The city of Alavast is only worried right now about the city of Alavast. The city of Alavast is abundant in many things. They are abundant in magic, culture, antiquities, everything from crazy magic to strange things you'd never seen before, and trade goods that even I did not know could exist until I ended up there.
"Enough of your praises! What do they want of us?" He kind of growls.
They want to extend an opportunity to work to each other.
"To take what is ours?"
No, to offer you to acquire what can be yours.
"No one gives willingly."
They do if they're trading a service, or if
"And
they
what
want
service do they want of us?"
They want the strength of the Orcs
You hear a voice deep in your mind go, Borky, you're not being direct. What is our goal?
Out of character, the goal is to convince him to make an alliance, right?
Yeah, and get the Orin clergy the fuck out of here. That is what Edward fears.
Orky pulls out his sword and just places it on the ground with his hands on top of it. And Borky's just going to cut through the bullshit now.
The city of Alavesh wants you to fight for it, and they will give you whatever they can to make that deal happen, because they know how strong you are, because there is an enemy at the doorstep that they must defeat, and their name, and I don't know if you've heard of them, is the Orin clergy.
He stands up at this point, the tail kind of swishing side to side. The bowl of nuts touches one of the orcs, just kind of quickly just collects them all back into the bowl, like, don't waste, don't waste. Kind of looks at you and goes, I am aware of the fire flingers. So too does the city of Alavas fear them. I have seen their power, the flames they control, the people they lead. They have weapons, and he kind of reaches over and lifts up his own sword, and he stabs that into the ground. This wicked blade, almost similar to Tiengo's, except for smaller. Tiengo's is a lot bigger and a lot more refined. This seems more salvaged. He takes it and he just like stabs it into the ground. There's no flooring in this building. It's just dirt. And he looks towards you and goes, they have armor made of metal, weapons of steel, magic beyond our comprehension. So am I to believe that you are what is to be offered to us in our time of need? Our people have been taken, many females, and a few pathetic and cowardly males who seek the sun over our great god Gnash. That which bore me in this, he kind of like curls his fingers, powerful form. I will make a deal with you, Borky, was it?
Yes.
You help me get my people back, and we will guard the shorelines from these fire flingers, and we will bring the corpses to your doorstep. But in exchange, we want food, we want steel, and we want forges of our own.
Borky smiles and says,
Then it's a deal.
Orky extends his hand.
Gruul takes, almost similar to the Kobold Salute, grabs your wrist, pulls you inward, and like kind of taps your forehead to forehead. It's weirdly intimate, but it's not like romantic in any way. This appears to be some sort of like gesture of agreement. Good. You'll be very happy. We already have a bit of an up on this enemy. We've captured one of their own, and one who I believe wishes to mate with them.
Interesting.
I'm pretty convinced of that, yes.
Yeah, well, yes. My scout was like that too for a while.
Speaking of, did we catch his name? Did he introduce himself?
Yeah, Gruul Hellhorn.
Okay.
You heard that from the other orcs as they were bringing you in as well.
Gruul Hellhorn. On this talk of plans, I think we may have one. There's dissonance, almost confusion and hatred amongst those fire flingers. Their will is bent so heavily that a straw could break their back.
Unfortunately, that straw lies behind a wall.
does.
Also, you're also... He kind of narrows, just looks at you a little puzzled. You are also of a bird influence, and he kind of turns to you, Borky, and he speaks to you in Orcish, and he's like, are you an Algrashai? Which, Borky, the direct translation is coward with a knife, but you know it also means like a assassin, or a person who kills in the darkness.
Borky nods.
That he is.
That is good. Ours died long ago. He might be of use to us, and he points to you, Greckles. And I see you've brought in a Triton as well. Talkative, annoying folk.
Hi, that's me.
Yes, that is you.
Borky just
Rolls
grabs
his eyes.
Borky just grabs Zenriel and kind of pushes him behind him.
He's still learning.
Borky kind of
Zenriel peeks out from behind Borky and just gives you see one little thumbs up, like. like right coming up from behind him. Like,
In all fairness, Mighty Cruel, even annoying folk can be helpful in a fight.
That is unfortunately true. Plus, he kind of sniffs the air. I do smell magic on him.
That you do.
Can I talk or should I be quiet?
Shh, just play cool.
Okay, got it. Yeah, cool.
As for you, and he turns and looks at you, Panic. I see we share in some similarities.
Possibly, yes.
But yours more of a... He kind of walks up to you and smells you. It's kind of weird.
Gets a good whiff.
He actually like leans
Good
forward and kind of gets a weird smell of you. Oof. Devil blood. He kind of jabs to his chest. Demon blood.
I figured as much. I know what you are, Tanneruk.
Oh. You know that word.
Yes, I've done a bit of reading.
Ugh, he shudders at the word reading. That is meant for women.
For first misogyny is weird.
Oof.
Oof.
Or those with magical influence, I suppose.
Panic.
Looks to Zen right
casts
now.
thaumaturgy to make some sparkles come out of his hand.
Oh, that's why you read then.
Eh.
He kind of looks down to you, Task.
Task has been standing forward, just like at attention, like hands behind his back, like chest puffed out, just standing forward, looking straight forward.
It is a little bit bittersweet to see your kind, though not of the hue I'm used to.
Do you speak of my scale color?
Yes, there were blue ones once in these isles. We did trade with them long ago.
I am a rare breed of red scale that has taken refuge in the mountains far to the north.
Your people had my respect. They did honest trade with us. We fought similar enemies. However, their undersea cavern was flooded and taken over.
Do any of them still survive?
He shakes his head. No. But I am to be known, and I've seen those of a similar color now coming from other lands. Perhaps they would find interest in reclaiming this cave, though the dangers that lie within are not of any interest to us, nor potentially others. He kind of walks over and sits back down on the throne.
I can see to it that my brethren take it back, should this deal go forward.
Perhaps we would have a mutual interest.
Indeed.
I have information that may aid us.
What is that?
Allies as well. He kind of turns to the orc. Go grab all three. And the orc kind of nods and leaves. Zenrio, as you're kind of hiding behind Borky, you feel another hand kind of touch your shoulder again.
I put my hand without looking back. I put my hand on top of that shoulder. My hand on top of my hand.
Does anybody watch this happen?
Yes, of course.
All right, it's that same orc, and he's just like red cheeked. He's just like. You watch as the orc that brought you guys in, like the main hunter, kind of disappears. And as he does, Remy, you hear footsteps approaching you. You watch as he enters into the hallway where Gruel keeps Audrey. And you see him enter. You hear some shouts, some crashing, and then eventually you watch as she gets dragged out by the arm.
This isn't the guy that I talked to, right? This is one.
No,
of
this is a different guy. This guy's got like a wolf like sort of cowl going on. He's a bit older, definitely experienced fighter. He fought in the grouse as well and lost. He's generally kind of like a grizzled hunter type. He's very quick to do his work. You watch as he kind of drags Audrey, who's not really making too much noise, but is just like still fighting him because she's
Would we
There she
recognize
is.
her?
Yeah, you guys watch as the orc drags out this Orin cleric, and everybody else you wouldn't recognize her because of how hectic that fight was, but Panic you do, and she's brought in and immediately kind of like just tossed to the ground, and she falls forward into the dirt and then scrambles up onto her knees and then immediately sits still.
Panic's eyes widen and he whispers, "You."
She's gonna. Oh, I didn't grab dice. 1 second. There we go. I got rid of the evil dice. I downloaded new dice.
Good. Time out.
You're welcome. Got completely new dice. Yeah, she sees you and she recognizes you, and like, the way she looks at you. Roll an insight check.
That's gonna be a 16.
Yay.
Nice. As you look at her, her eyes narrow. You see anger. Like you see, like she goes through like the whole set of emotions in like a few seconds. You see immediate anger towards you, like a feeling of guilt, sadness, anger again, and then like defeat. Like she's just kind of empty again.
The 5 stages of loss.
More or less, yeah. Like you just see the whole thing. You see that she is kind of like she's got a big bruise on her head. You notice that, like right at the side of her head, there's like this big bruise. Beyond that, she seems relatively like dirty. Probably hasn't had a bath in a while. Tired though. Like that's the immediate thing. You see these bags under her eyes. It looks like she hasn't slept well for a long time. Gruel kind of looks down at her and kind of looks to gauge your guys' response. Like, just, see if you guys are impressed by this. He kind of smiles and looks down at her.
How did you capture her?
Found it wandering in the woods.
Alone? They usually go in pairs.
Killed the paladin. You see her shudder at that. There were 2 others with her as well. Turns, go fetch them too. You watch as 2 orcs now separate. And you watch as Remy, you are the one orc who has collected you a few times, kind of opens up the cage door. Very serious. Usually he'd be kind of more like, punch, making idle threats or kind of like, ruffling the feathers a bit, like he's trying to get under your skin. But this time he's like very clear and methodical. He's not wasting time as he opens up your pen, I guess, at this point.
Remy's gonna look at him and stand
You're
up.
wanted.
By whom?
Who do you think? Gruel Hellhorn. Let's go, chicken butt. And he kicks you.
He does have a chicken butt, though. It's a fair.
Remy, when he comes to collect him, he's going to hold out his hand as they're walking, and he's going to form basically a ball of ice and narratively cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
So he's
The
just
orc
going to have
turns
that
at you.
form and show it to him.
Why do you cast magic with me?
I owed you a trick.
Kind of looks at it.
I'm gonna put it in his hand if he'll open it.
Yeah, he picks it up. Kind of bounces his hand. Then it disappears because it's not really meant to last a whole long time. He's like, ugh. You and the shaman will have lots to talk about. Kind of sighs and moves forward.
I misspoke with my fire comment. I thought ice would be more appropriate.
I can handle it.
It doesn't make it right. And keep walking.
Okay, yeah, you keep moving. As you guys are standing in the audience of Gruel Hellhorn, you hear the sound of armor coming, which is weird because none of these orcs are armored. They have like simple leathers, simple splint mail, but then you hear a sound of armor coming, and you guys immediately think paladin. But then you watch as Remy appears in the company of the orc that was sent to retrieve him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say his armor is cut to shreds, and
Yeah,
he's got cuts and blood and everything. A broken beak. He looks like despite being healed, he looks bad.
Yeah, feathers are missing.
Yep.
Eyes are kind of tired as well. I mean, like they've given you like a blanket and like food and stuff. It's still not the best.
It's not
sleeping
fun.
arrangement.
He doesn't look good. Let's put it that way. Despite being healed, he doesn't look good.
Task's ears perk up and his eyes widen. Based on the stance he's been given, that's a very wide strain of emotion that just got strung on his face.
Borky's.
And he points out to him. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you?
But everyone's gonna have I think everyone's gonna make a face before we say anything.
Yeah. Let's all go through a line.
Borky's eyes just go wide and his jaw just goes, just slack jawed.
Panic was looking at Audrey And then he hears the armor coming in. He just looks over, and his jaw just goes slack.
Ding. The bardic music stops. Ding.
Remy, you see Greckles tighten his fist really hard, trying with every ounce of his power not to flinch, not to move his mouth or anything. But out of the same eye comes one single tear.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
Zenrio says, "Who's that?"
Ah, yes.
Damn it. Task will hold his arm out and offer, show his hand that he's waving it over towards Remy. You've captured an ally then.
Remy, you see all of your companions you thought were dead, tossed into the ocean and lost, standing before you, very much alive and just as surprised as you are.
Remy!
Remy?
By the gods, it's not possible.
Holy
Remy!
shit!
Who's Remy?
That's Remy!
Greckles, as you see Remy go down the line and kind of I can't believe all of you are alive. When he gets to you, you will see his eyes start to water up as well.
These are allies of yours? He turns to you, Remy. Wait a second. The grouse. These are the ones you were talking about.
Boy, aren't you a smart one.
Ha! Oh, don't make me a stick in the mud. Go! And he kind of shoves you to your friends.
Group hug! Group hug! Group hug! Group hug!
Group hug!
Okay, oh my god! We thought we were gonna have to rescue you from the camp. Oh my sweet god, Zenrio, get in here. Borky is
We
fast.
were ready to. We were going to fight all of those paladins again to save you.
Zenrio doesn't really understand what's going on, but he loves hugs, so he's in it. He's like, all right, yeah!
Task sighs and just grabs the leg very well.
He's just grabbing a thigh. Ugh.
You watch as, oh god, what's his name? Sorry, 1 second. I gotta grab my second notebook. I ran out of space. You watch as that orc who's been kind of at your side, Zenrio, also kind of hesitantly joins in as well.
Get in here! Get in here, bro! Come on!
As he goes in for a hug, Gruul turns to him and he says his name. I gotta find his name here really fast. He oh my god, his name's great. You watch as he goes in for the hug and Gruul goes, Opaguk! And he's kind of re-stiffens and goes back to his position.
We'll get you later! We'll get you. I point back at him. I'm like, we'll get you later!
I don't know. It's no Gadzooks.
Remy's just gonna let himself be swallowed up at this point.
Yeah.
And if he can, because Greckles probably jumped him first, he's just gonna drop his head on Greckles's because he's a little bit taller.
Yeah. Okay. Gruul is gonna insight that one.
Greckles would kill anyone to get to him.
Oh no.
What?
Okay. Gruul rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
Okay. Gruul looks towards you and Greckles, then turns down to Audrey, and you see this range of emotions in his face.
Oh my
god! Oh my god!
If anybody would like to insight that, I will let one person insight that.
Who has the better insight?
I have 4.
I mean, I have really good insight. I'm 5.
Okay, you got the higher insight.
Let him do it, yeah.
It would make sense for him to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
no! Natural one.
Bum 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 bum.
Man, I screwed that up worse than the Bears kicker.
Well, to be fair, you're surrounded by a bunch of people.
That's
yeah,
fine.
you're currently you kind of get a glimpse at Gruul as he kind of turns down to look at Audrey. The moment you just Borky's bicep just gets in your way, and you just feel that delicious, delicious trapped in a crab mech DO smell.
Flexes out of relief.
I just missed you. Oh my god. So much happened. I swear. We met, we
after that, Remy's then going to try to individually hug everybody, and he's going to show a similar level of affection to each one of them.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
Everyone gets a kiss.
No.
Everyone will get a tap of the beak and a very firm hug.
After all that, Greckles is going to get as close to Gruul as obviously comfortable, get down on both knees, and do the full prostrated Eastern bow thing.
Gruul likes this, actually. You watch as he kind of raises his brow, and he looks down into you and goes,
Mighty Gruul, did you save our comrade?
He kind of looks to you, Remy, and is like, something like that?
No, he didn't.
Sure.
Yeah.
Remy actually after he does all of his stuff, he's actually gonna move towards Audrey if nobody stops him.
Gruel steps in front of you.
Actually, if we're being honest, she did. And then he's gonna glare at Gruel.
How'd you get out of the
You
camp?
have locked me in a cage.
Did she free you from the camp? Or
You watch as Kiwi's dumped into the room. We
No!
got the potato!
no freaking way!
How?
Oh my god, Fletch! Oh, he runs over, he hugs you.
How many birds do you guys have around here?
Oh, Kiwi. Oh, Kiwi. Oh.
No
How?
way. That's
Okay, so let me tell you about my wacky adventure. Not really wacky, people died. I mean, I thought you guys died, but you're alive, so that's great. Everything's working out for Kiwi.
Everything's coming
You
up
remember
for
that
you.
box with the creepy body inside?
Yeah.
What?
So when everything went tits up, I went inside the box.
Tits up.
And then the box ended up with I hid in the box, I hid underneath the thing, and then they were going through the box. And when they weren't looking, I got out, I saved Remy, and I sorry, he kind of turns to Audrey, is like, my bad. And she just glares at him, like this just evil glare, like if looks could kill. And now we got kidnapped by orcs, and it's great.
Oh, this is going to make a fantastic song.
While that's all going on, Remy's gonna attempt to step around Gruel to try to talk to Audrey again. Does he step again?
He grabs you by the chest plate and kind of gives you not like a violent shove, but kind of pushes you back.
No. Like, no, Luca, no, pushing you away like a cat. No.
Audrey, are you all right?
Audrey just kind of looks down at the ground. He's, yeah, I'm fine. Must be nice to see your friends again.
Greckle steps forward.
Okay.
Yeah, it is nice to see a friend again. Especially considering you and your people try to kill us.
Greckles, this is not the time.
Is it? We
Is it?
thought you were Remy, we thought you were dead.
I thought you were dead.
And who's to blame?
Not her.
The Orin clergy.
Greckles just bristles hard.
You poof up.
Greckles, I'm trying. Greckles, I grab him by the wrist. I grab him by the wrist. And I go, Greckles, I'm trying very not to blow up over the fact that all of my material possessions, things that make me who I am as a hunter, have been taken away by these. Looks over to her. People. But now's not the time. There's a bigger enemy at hand.
Gru,
You're right.
might we have a chance to talk more? Perhaps if you have any food, any at all. We'll take
He
what-
kind of nudges to his men, and they kind of leave the room.
I think a lot of us have a lot to talk. Right.
Oh, we have a lot to talk about. He grabs Audrey by the back of her clerical outfit and lifts her up, and he leads you guys over to a side room, which surprisingly, there's blood on the ground. But as you kind of look, you can tell that this was there's bandages and things. This was not no one was getting hurt here. It was a recovery area. And Remy, back here, this is where all the orcs were being healed, and now they're all gone, which is, you can assume between how exhausted Audrey is and that the fact that they're all gone and now walking and moving, they've all been healed at this point.
Gotcha.
And in the place is a very crude table, and laid out on the table is a piece of what looks like a pigskin parchment of some kind, like some sort of skin parchment, very thick and leathery still. And he drags Audrey over in front of it and hands her a piece of charcoal from the campfire from last night and goes, "Draw." And she looks kind of up to him, confused. He's like, "What do you mean? Draw your camp." And he's going to intimidate her.
Yep.
Well, that's totally gonna be hard.
She rolled a 2, so yeah, no, she's... You watch as she takes the charcoal to this large piece of skin, which just drapes over the entire table. She's not really an artist, but she definitely does a decent enough job. She kind of puts smudging in areas where there's rocks and stuff. Over the course of time, she eventually draws a map that looks like this.
Ooh.
There.
Pretty good considering how nervous she is.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
She did
damn.
the individual.
It's like she's an artist
Oh.
or something.
Artiste.
it takes her it takes her some time. Like you guys are sitting there watching for a
Sure.
while.
She even did some like, dating.
Well, she just took the charcoal and kind of smudged it a bit. and then-
What?
The individual posts of the wall.
That's some really good sponge work on that
That's-
cave area on the left.
That's way better than I could do. Wait, can we see? Can we all see the map now, like clearly?
Yes, she's
Um,
like stepped back now, and Gruel's
it's-
like,
Wait, it's missing one thing. I used prestidigitation to make a tiny smiley face in the upper right corner.
upper right corner.
Yeah, there's like a little smiley. Yeah, right there, like that.
There you go.
All right, now it's perfect.
The boat looks like a
Alright.
person.
How? No, never mind. We've
Now here's
Can I insight check Audrey just to see if she's okay after he just scared the bejesus out of her?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Come on, 13.
13. Okay. Oof. She the fact that she's still here is amazing. Like she looks like she's ready to lose it at any minute now.
Is she on one side of Gruel? Like, is she
Yeah.
standing next to him?
Oh,
I'm gonna-
Gruel is not letting her out of arm's reach. It's very intentional.
Damn it.
Okay. So, it's safe to say. Would you say they still have our equipment, guys?
Your things? Audrey says as she looks.
Yes. Do they got the
Our
stuff they took
things.
from us?
If
Cass glares at her.
I answer your questions, you have to promise not to be mad at me. It wasn't my choice, okay?
Go on.
we
There is
okay. We
blood
won't be.
that-
We won't be mad at you. We'll be mad at the situation.
We'll be disappointed.
I will
I would-
still be mad, but not at you.
I would like to
Exactly.
point out for all of you, the only reason I'm alive is because of her and Kiwi.
Yeah, I helped!
I still can't believe
Exactly.
Kiwi's freaking
There's like
alive.
there's like one bared fang, like over tooth, like over Task's lip, as blood's dripping down as he's biting on his own face. Like, okay, go ahead.
Panic's gonna look over to Audrey and he's gonna be like, exactly. Thank you.
I'm gonna look
Penny?
back. I'm gonna look at Audrey and be like, "Listen, I don't know you, but you seem like you try really hard. So, I believe in you."
Oh my god, roll a persuasion check.
Okay. 12.
12.
Damn it!
That's, yeah. She kind of looks at you like, just really, it came out of left field, you know, she's being pushed around this entire time, and people are really angry at her, and you're just like, hey, you're all right. And she kind of looks up to you, and she's kind of like, okay, kind of looks, okay, I'm gonna have Gruel insight you.
Incite me?
Yeah, he wants to know
Okay.
why he wants to know why you did that. That is going to be, let me grab his stats here. Uh-oh. It's gonna be a 14 plus something, maybe minus something.
Oh,
though.
that's-
He is inciting everybody.
Yeah, he's very
And-
perceptive.
He's
Yeah.
a leader.
It doesn't mean he's learning anything.
Remy, challenge him to a make-out competition. That's how we win this.
I'm gonna challenge him to I bet I could take your horn competition.
Well, he already-
That is, oh no, it is -1. That's gonna be a 13 to insight you.
Okay.
Would that be
Is that a
deception?
pose? Or does he,
Dece-
that
that's
it?
deception.
Opposing deception, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not that you are deceiving, but it's just a, you know,
Oh.
you can read your character.
Do I roll deception?
Yep.
Yeah, roll deception.
Oh, okay, so sorry. 14.
14.
Nice.
Okay.
He doesn't
He,
know
like-
anything.
He narrows his eyes and kind of looks, and is just kind of like, and then looks down at the map.
I look at do I see Gruel kind of like looking at me?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Definitely
he's
a
staring
bit.
right at you.
I look at him and I give him the piece. I'm like 2 fingers.
Fish people. He kind of looks down at the map. You get the sense he has dealt with Tritons before, but probably not your particular group of Tritons.
That's fishiest.
Borky.
Audrey looks up to you guys,
Okay.
and she kind of like looks up and she goes, "Any items that can be worth of trade or value are traded off to merchants and others that we are trying to unite with."
Task fucking his claws buckle into the wood, and he just like looks at the table. I did. Task puts a finger to Remy's face. I did not earn that bow. that was your prize, Borky. However, it is aggravating that I am not myself and not at my full potential to be of use to you all.
Hey,
That
no.
is why I am angry.
You use a bow.
Task, we all appreciate you still.
Hey, you
Hmm?
use a bow.
Tass looks over. Who said that, Gruel?
Gruel, yeah.
Yes.
Our hunters have spares. We can lend you one.
Yay.
That would be great.
I understand your frustration. We've all lost a bunch, but I lost not only the fatty pack of Hoden, I also lost.
And Borky almost bites his lip too. I lost Gripples.
Greckles looks over at Audrey, and we know her name's been called out, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
her name's
Okay.
been used quite a bit.
Audrey, I know that it's very likely that your people and possibly you couldn't believe this. But because of your actions, I've lost the one thing that connected me to my life, my home, and the only woman I've ever loved.
Borky
This-
turns to Greckles. Borky turns to Greckles. Greckles,
What?
I think you should go for a walk. Because we're currently going over plans, and I think you need to cool down.
Borky gets right in his face.
Greckles cracks his neck side to side. Fine. And just leaves. As long as he's able to.
Yeah, they don't stop you. I mean, Gruel's letting you guys have free run of the place. You guys are allies. So if you guys fuck up, they're just gonna kill you. So you know.
Borky
That doesn't benefit anyone.
Borky turns to
Yeah.
Gruel.
I apologize for my scout.
Your allies seem very possessive over things.
They do, but that one was one of the. That one in particular.
Mm.
Our
go
tools,
ahead.
our warriors' tools in my culture make what my people are. It's more than just possession.
We all lost things of material value and sentimental value during
Yes.
that voyage.
Borky gestures over his shoulder.
Especially the latter for the scout.
You watch as Audrey kind of crumples inwards. She kind of you see some tears kind of running down her face.
I understand what Greckles is feeling. I felt it not long ago. He will calm down in time.
We have tactics to look over. Tass looks back at the map.
I have to. Gru, how many men do you have? Able-bodied fighters, men or women?
The only women we have aren't fighters, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
We have our shaman who can help with her magic, at least
Okay.
before a battle. She's too old to fight anymore, though. Don't tell her I said that. She's my mother. She'll kick my ass.
Oh boy. Borky just nods. Mums do that.
Yeah, they do.
Let me find his men. He has currently at his disposal. Doesn't have a lot, but he has some. All right. So the shaman, her name's Suga.
Okay.
She can buff us, and then we have Vac and Vuk. They're twins, but currently Vac is pregnant, so I don't want her going into battle. We have Cog. He's an Auroch breeder. Too skinny to battle, but I'm sure if we throw a bow in his hand or a knife, if your dagger coward could teach him, perhaps he would be of some use in that regard. He is small. He can move quite quickly.
Did he just call Greckles a dagger coward?
Yeah, it's like an
Hey.
orc word. It's an orc
Oh,
word,
okay. I didn't know
yeah.
if that was like meant to like because he walked off. Okay. I didn't-
No, it's an actual term that they use. They call
Did
them
he-
dagger cowards, but they're actually like they're the word for an assassin is
You've
a
never
dagger
seen,
coward.
never seen,
Got
a,
it.
never
Did
seen a
he say
purple
that?
orc. Never seen a
You said
purple
like
say
orc.
that?
You said like Garashai or something.
Garashai, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, did he say that word in Orcish?
Yeah.
Or did
real
he
fast.
actually
What
say
He said it in common.
What
He's
were
trying
the-
to. He's trying
Oh.
to.
It was
dagger coward? I said, hey, he might use a dagger and he might be a coward, but what was the third thing?
He's going. He's going for a. He's going for a walk.
You got my back, Sen. Love you lots.
All right. So it was Sugu. Out of character? What were the names again? Sugu.
Suga. I mean, you don't have to worry about the names. So he's got a shaman at his disposal.
Okay.
One of the women can fight. That's gonna be Vuk. She can fight. She's a warrior. You got Cog, who is kind of more live. He could be more of like a rogue of some type. He's an Auroch
Okay.
breeder, so he's pretty perceptive, good with nature, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You have Taz Hug, the quiet one, who's also kind of like just a kind of messenger, goes around, does like kind of general work. You have Zagok, who's the dawn caller. He's the one who wakes everybody up in the morning.
Okay.
Kind of what you do, Borky, except for he actually is supposed to do it.
Interesting.
Interesting.
You have Bidgug and Opaguk. Opaguk being the one who had his hand on Zenrio's shoulder, and Bidgug are two warriors.
Okay.
They're very much armed.
They're pretty much his seconds, more or less. They're his.
Yeah, they're like, out of everyone who you see, they are the ones who are like the actual combat ones. Like they actually have some history of combat.
Okay.
There's one, you'd almost think it was a half orc. There's one orc who's actually kind of like in robes and is kind of running around and is actually like taking notes of things. Like he's actually like using bark and stuff to actually document stuff.
Smart orc. Thinky.
Yeah, he's smarter. His name is Parfu. He is a historian. He like basically is kind of like a bard but also scribe, so he kind of keeps track of the history of the orc so it's not lost.
Okay.
Then you have Uhrad, Brozol, Zuvab, and Zug, who are all hunters. They're the ones who brought you in.
Are they?
There's 5 of them.
There is 1, 2, 3, 4. There is 4 of them.
Okay.
Hunters, got it.
4 of them,
Yeah,
and
4
now
hunters.
they're ranged fighters then, right?
They are ranged fighters. Yeah.
Yep.
They're
They're gonna be bow and arrow.
Yeah, bow and
spears.
arrow guys. And then there are 3 children. There
Oh, great.
are-
They're okay. Perfect.
No.
So
Child
three
army,
children.
yay.
Yeah. No, they are not fighting. Gruul is like, no, the kids aren't fighting because they're actually like young children. There's 2 boys and 1 girl, and he wants them staying behind.
Yep.
And like, just bottom line, he's like, no, they're not going. They're not. They can't lift the weapon. They're not fighting.
Yeah,
So,
oh, go ahead.
Borky
So
looks.
to your disposal, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. So you have 11 people to your disposal
It's not bad. It's not.
at this point.
It's not a lot.
Now, Gruul tells you how many that Snaglak took away.
How many did Snaglak take?
9 females
Okay.
and 7 males.
It's more.
That's a lot.
How many of them went willingly?
All of them went with Snaglak. He doesn't know whether it was willing or otherwise. But
Right.
when he challenged, they didn't come back with him because he lost.
Remy,
Yes, Borky.
how long were you in camp for before Kiwi and the lady freed you?
Yeah, the best that I could tell by the sunsets, probably a day and a half.
What could you tell me about how the orcs was treated? I asked because these are sun Nazis, the Oran clergy.
They're zealots, Kurt. They're not.
Yeah.
No,
See,
don't
sorry.
use those.
I know. I caught myself.
The Oran clergy. One thing, they hate non-humans or elves. So why they be working here with a bunch of orcs is still confusing to me. And you see how they speak to us and treat us. I got to imagine that they don't. What? I don't get why the orcs would go there. What were they offered?
A god who perhaps would listen.
From
Snorts.
what I understand, Sneglak was scared into believing the fire throwers were more powerful and convinced some people to leave. It says as much about them as it does about, well, this tribe.
If Snaglaks,
Borky looks at Gruul.
do you want Snaglaks dead? Or do you want him to see
Snaglaks.
reason?
Oh, Snaglak's dead.
So, okay, Snaglaks is dead. I won't fight you on that.
But the females, I want all of them back.
Okay.
If not, the blood will get weaker and weaker with each generation. The
I will
males,
say-
give or take, they're smart and they rejoin us, then I could forgive them. A few bruises here and there, but then they can reaccumulate with us. Those that put up a strong resistance, if their faith to Ganesh has been completely removed, then they may meet this new god.
Would removing Snaglaks, would they be more likely to join back if he was gone?
The problem is with Snaglak is he did not challenge me. It was the leader of these fire throwers who did. He beat me, and now my orcs follow him.
see.
Audrey.
So-
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you cut the head off the snake, the body will die.
Yeah. It's not only that. I've been thinking a lot about when we fought them last and why we lost. They're so good at working as a team. Always a paladin with a cleric. One to take the damage, one to heal it up. It's an overwhelming amount of pressure, and they just keep pushing. And that's what happened. That's how we lost.
You watch as Gruul grabs Audrey and kind of lifts her up by the cuff of the shirt, and she kind of makes a noise. He goes, "We need more of these."
If I can... Panic sort of strokes his chin.
You might not have to. Greco's been the dory the whole time.
Oh, Gargle's got done his walk. Does he have an apple and he's just chewing it?
The bigger orc just jumps like, oh, kind of. You startle him, and he
Cool. Uncle Greg puts his shades down.
He undoes his Audrey costume. It was me the whole time.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Dude! As I said once before, there's a lot of dissonance going on between them, particularly between Paladin and Cleric. I don't know if any of the rest of you noticed that, but before we were unceremoniously executed, a couple of them were trying to show affection for each other, and they were immediately split up.
Oh, those two. Audrey kind of like looks to the side.
There is also a paladin who is missing his cleric. I made a rapport with him while I was in the camp.
Leonel. She kind of nods and acknowledges that.
Yes.
Did they say which one?
Yes, I believe Helena was his cleric.
All of us just collectively tiss. All of us collectively tiss.
Yep.
Sharp inhales.
Panic sort of grips his arm really tight.
I noticed the picture they had was, well, before her encounter with someone. I'm not really sure what happened, but I'm familiar with her through Doros.
Panic sort of looks down slowly.
Guilt.
Listen, I got her a spa ticket. She's fine.
She had a good nap.
Regardless, whatever happened to her, she is proof, Audrey, that there is a life beyond the clergy. That's the reason they lied and said she was dead.
No, she's kidnapped.
Whatever, they lied.
It's true. It's a big old lie. She actually works for the police
was left
now.
behind.
We found her in the street, actually.
She fell off a horse.
Wait.
Poor
She fell
thing.
down some. You just pulled the fucking. She fell down some stairs line.
She did though. She fell off a horse. She's like, fuck. She fell off.
The poor thing was shivering in the rain when we found her, sitting on some park bench.
Audrey's face is just like it's Helena's one thing, because Helena's circumstance, was instantaneous. It was like she got hit really hard, really fast, and just like when you hit her, she got hit with reality. It was like immediate. This current girl is like really struggling. You can tell with every word, with every, like they're liars. It's just, you see like they're like, no, maybe, no. Like she's really like back and forth. Like it's such a like a tug of war. You can just tell. You don't have to incite that. You could just tell from her face. Like there's this not really fear, but this pressure that she has.
Like internal conflict?
Oh, super big internal conflict. Like Helena's figuring it out. This girl is not at that point. Like she is still like you get the sense that in her mind she thinks that she can go back, but she knows she can't go back. Like that's where she's at right now. And so like you see her kind of like, how much do I want to tell these people? How much do I want to save myself? Like she's kind of like, she's at that point. Like, do I sell out the people who are my friends, or are they really my friends? Like you can see her kind of figuring it out, because you don't know where she's at with you guys. You don't know how she feels about you. You get the sense she feels somewhat bad. She feels like, like a person who took a joke too far and they actually feel really guilty about it. But at the same time,
It was I killed your friend. It's a prank, bro.
but like,
I look forward to her Twitter
because she
apology.
doesn't understand how serious it was.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so now she's realizing how serious it is, but she's still like, no, but.
Got it.
Gruul doesn't seem to
And-
pick this up though. Gruul is just kind of like, oh, she healed, good, important, good.
He's pragmatic.
Yeah.
Yep.
he-
So can I like is Audrey like sitting on the ground or where is she? What is she
She's
doing?
standing now. She's got the piece of charcoal in her hand, and
Mhm.
like I said, Gruul is like, the moment she tries to move even her arms, like the way he's like grabbing her and dragging her back, like it's just
Mhm.
like he's not letting her go. And, like
Sure.
she could run, but she's not gonna get far. You
Right.
know that.
Yeah.
All it takes would be one good shot from an archer, and then she's stopped. So
The way I see this, we have a lot of options on the table here. All the information we've been given.
we need more. Looks to Audrey. Numbers.
It's true we do, but we have a couple things at our disposal. Number one, they think that we're dead. Oh yes, they do. They think that me, and Borky points to everyone, are dead. We aren't. We're still here. They know about you. They don't know about us. There's an advantage to that. Right now, the clergy seems to be having issues based on what Greco said. Between the clerics and the paladins. And also, the orcs inside the camp may be able to be convinced to fight back with us, depending. There's a lot of pieces on the table here. What is your task?
Task looks to Audrey. I won't press you for questions or answers just yet, but I do have something to ask you that doesn't pertain to the map itself.
Yeah.
Do you consider those back inside this camp, this place that we see before us, can you comfortably sit here and say that out of a select few, most of them have your best interest in mind? Before you answer that, let me tell you something. I can understand where you're coming from in a very small way. I am not born of where I came from. My egg was taken away from a desert and brought to the mountains. But the people I lived with, I grew to understand them and I grew to be comfortable around them, enough that I could consider them family. Can you feel the same way about the majority of those inside this camp?
You watch her kind of bite her lip and think for a minute. And she kind of looks up to you, Remy, and looks down back to the map. I don't know if they care about me anymore. But maybe it's wrong, but I grew up with these people, and I do care about them.
How many is them? Be selfish. How many is them?
About the clerics, at least. It's about 6 or 7.
6 or 7 out of this whole camp are those you hold and trust dear to you.
But
No one else. I did not hear your chain of command as someone you can trust.
I
You
don't
don't
want-
have to feel conflicted about that.
I don't want to help you if it means you're gonna kill them.
We're not going to kill them if we don't have to.
We'll
Audrey-
spare the. Go ahead.
Audrey, I saw one of your paladins use their cleric as a living shield, and I saw another one leaving their cleric for dead. Are you going to sit here and tell me that they all have your best interests in mind?
Do you want that 6 or 7 clerics that you know and care about to die for something that would not give them the same care like you would?
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, Task.
Please.
Come on, baby.
'Cause Gretel's-
Please. God, please.
Oh,
come on.
That's
Eight.
rough.
Whew.
It's all right. She can
I-
still
I
roll
haven't-
bad.
I haven't rolled for her yet.
She can still roll bad. Hold on.
Plus, what's her charisma?
Nat 20.
That's she rolled a 5, so it's not great. Where's her stats?
Come
No, Paladins have higher charisma.
RNG.
7 plus 2,
Oh!
7.
Oh!
7 total.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was fucking close.
Oh, you beat her by 1.
I thought I looked at the paladin. I'm like, oh, +4, you didn't get it, but no, +2.
Yes.
Holy shit.
She kind of sighs and she like rests her hands on the table and kind of leans forward and she goes, I will help you on 2 conditions.
Let's hear it.
1, we send them running. And we only kill who we have to. She looks up to Gruul. Kind of nods acknowledgingly. 2, whoever helps us and myself, we need to go somewhere and we cannot go to your city.
Why do you fear Alavast?
If what we are doing... No. What we are doing is wrong. And we could be tried as war criminals for this.
No one honestly has to know.
Precisely, and I want to keep it that way.
The girl that you were speaking of, we know what came of her, and she actually works as a guard of Alavast, not as a captive, but of her own volition.
But that is one person, and we might be leaving here with more.
Trust me.
We are a town. We
can-
all come from Alavast. Look at us. I am a kobold. He is an orc. He is a tiefling. He is a kenku. Our city and our lives are built around cohesion of other races, something that, in the beginning, we were all hesitant about.
But you
can-
protect this place. You didn't attack it. Because what you're saying is right. We did. You are not the first people we've tossed into the ocean. And since that day, you weren't the last. We've killed lots of people.
They would be
and-
seen as war criminals in Alavast.
Even though we were taking orders, we are. The guilt is the same.
What
Then
if
we
we
will
could
not
get you?
force you.
What if we could get you further than Alavast? To another continent.
I fear that the Oran clergy would intercept us.
Not if they don't know you're there.
They have ships. They could find us.
Mhm.
I don't want to leave this continent, but I do not want to go to the city. If there's anywhere else we can go. Gruul just kind of stands there and goes,
Gru, are you suggesting they stay here?
I wouldn't be opposed to any more females. Audrey shoots him a look. Audrey just gives him she is not hiding her emotion. She scowls at him.
Yeah, ladies make great friends.
I'm gonna, Gruul, with all due respect, I'm going to go ahead and speak for them and say that's not it, Chief.
Ooh, he is a chief.
Greckles kneels down to Audrey. We're gonna put the ball in your okay. Never mind. I can't use that euphemism because basketball doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't. Otherwise, Remy would have a different profession. Try again.
Even though the bulls are big and
And the Chicago Centaurs.
Chicago, the Great Bull.
Audrey, what do you want to do?
I want to send them home. And I want them to stop killing. Because I don't think that's what many of them want to do. Not all of them, but many of them. And our leader in particular, I think he needs to leave this place. If he's left unchecked, if more people like him arrive, your city doesn't stand a chance.
Here's the simple way of putting this. I don't think we could do this without killing nobody. Some people are gonna die.
Borky, hang on a second.
No,
because
some people are gonna die.
You're giving me ideas, buddy. Hang on. What if we just sabotage the place? If a handful of us could get in and start a couple of collective fires, cause commotion, raise noise.
They control fire.
We also have a lot of guards
Yeah.
beyond just the paladins and clerics. We have soldiers of the Oran army with us too. They're not as strong as us, but they definitely are well trained.
Audrey, if you want us to do this without killing anyone, you better start giving us some cucumber numbers.
I don't know exact numbers. They don't tell us that for this reason.
All right, then if we can't have numbers, then give us locations. Task puts his hand on the map. Please
Yes,
point out the
specifically-
following things.
Okay.
And Give us an armory. Give us a paladin location. Give us where the orcs are put. Give us where the clerics are put.
Give us
Okay.
another smiley face.
Okay, I'll do that. 1 second, please.
Panic casts prestidigitation on the map and makes another smiley face.
He just kind of was caught
my
up in the
God.
moment. He was kind of caught up in the moment, but he didn't really know what he wanted, so he just sort of was like, yeah,
And this.
and
Okay.
this.
You guys do have a pen tool that you can use. So you guys watch as Audrey takes the charcoal over and points out certain things. And she goes, okay, so when we first arrived, we set up tents and we also disrupted the orcs. And Gruul kind of looks forward, kind of so they have 2 boats. There's always one that is docked and being worked on. So
Okay.
2 separate boats that switch out. So at any given time, only 2/3 of their actual members are going to be there. They communicate between the 2 using hawks, but they do not communicate with the island using hawks because they only have a couple to their disposal. So they communicate between the ships. So the orcs are kept at the front of the wall to be the first force, she explains. She doesn't know how many orcs there are. They're the paladins, and specifically the clerics, are supposed to be staying far away from them. They're not allowed to be anywhere near the orcs at all.
Okay.
So there's 2 small encampments. She knows that in particular, the males and the females are being kept separate for control reasons.
So looking at the map on the right would be males and the left would be females?
She doesn't know
Looking-
which is which. She just
Okay.
knows that they're separated. So you guys don't
Got
know
it.
which are the females and which are the males. At all times, there are guards that are walking this wall. At the very least, there are at least 4, if not more, at a time. There are also 2 very large watchtowers that they've built. One that
Okay.
watches their weakest parts. They have one that watches the coastline, and they have one that watches this rock formation to prevent people from sneaking in, which
Is the
is
rock
bad news for
formation
you, Greckles.
is the rock formation high up?
It's definitely higher than the walls that they have,
Okay.
which are about 9 to 10 feet tall. The rock formation does go higher than that, but even she says it's not safe to climb.
Okay.
A few of the paladins have fallen down and have actually hurt themselves, so it's quite treacherous to climb up on. The stone is slippery due to the sea, and also has a lot of algae growth and other things on it that prevent it from being safe to climb on. So it takes someone very, very, very dexterous to do that. It is a possibility, but getting back up from their side is very sheer cliff. So
That's a one-way trip down.
yeah, that one's a
Yeah, yeah.
one-way trip.
You ain't exiting the same way you entered if you're going down on the left. Okay.
Mhm.
So way I
There are tents containing the guards. Usually, their tents separate the orcs, and they also have some near the watchtowers as well. So they have guards in these areas as well.
Roughly how many guards?
I don't know. We're told to stay away from them too.
Roughly 10? 20?
I don't know. Maybe 10.
Okay.
Monty, would I have seen any of them moving around while I was just strung up?
You were passed out. You had really low health, so unfortunately, due to that fact, you didn't see a whole lot.
Darn it.
So, you got your ass kicked by some orcs, though.
Great.
You know that they messed with you. She does point out that there are animals here. That her and some of the clerics do like to go and check on the animals. There's chickens and horses.
Okay.
She does mention that she's seen it time to time that the horses and a couple of the guards will disappear for a while and come back later. She believes they're communicating with someone. You're not sure who, but someone. There is a boat house that contains a bunch of stuff for the shipyard, and then there's a food store, which is right here. The main area in the center this is where you were strung up, Remy. She points that out and kind of looks at you, kind of guilty about it.
Oh, she says that in front of all of us?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Ah, fuck, I had a point to make, but I just forgot what it was.
It was really
That
important.
it's not good to string up your birds.
So
Oh,
that-
right, I remember, I'm sorry. Well, Panic hears that Remy was strung up here, and he's like, and so now you're here. They might be on double alert knowing that you escaped.
They might be,
They'll be alerted, but they won't be concerned about 3 people.
but my paladin went missing too.
That's what they'll be looking for. They might have search parties out for him.
What did they
They
do
might
with
have even found the body already.
If we can,
No, Gruul says, we got the armor.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Wait, you have paladin
Mhm.
armor?
We have this fire flinger armor, yes.
That
This
gives me an idea. Rob's
These
chin.
tents are where the paladins and the clerics reside.
Okay.
And then
like-
this big tent is where the leader is. Aftar, the Herald of the Sun, is what his name is. She said that's more than likely where all like the most powerful magical objects end up, is near him. He keeps them very close, so that way, none of the orcs can get access to it. And then there's a training yard with a bunch of dummies. And then a warehouse, which she doesn't know what's in there, but there's a warehouse with materials you assume for building, tools and things like that.
Probably weapons
Okay.
too.
Borky, I like where you're going with this, but who would we send in?
We know who all of you are, well, except for him. And she points to Zenrio.
Hi.
Okay, here's it. I have a couple ideas here. We got Zenrio, which
That's me.
Zenrio is a Triton. You can go underwater and do things.
Yeah, I can.
I would. No. Gruul waves his hand. You don't want to do that.
No, I can though. I've gone underwater and done lots of things.
Why? What?
Yeah,
they'd-
you'll go
they'd
underwater
probably-
and you'll die if you do
they'd
that.
probably be watching the shore.
They took one of our shamans who commands a legion of sea lions.
You got it.
Sea
Oh.
lions are really sweet, especially if you scratch them behind the ears. Oh.
That would have been good to know before.
Audrey kind of looks up and goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't know that."
I didn't mean you.
I'd assume they keep her near the coastline so she can command them. We use them for hunting usually, but now, obviously, they're probably being used as guard dogs.
I personally feel that somehow getting in and striking their resources would be a good idea. I know
They're-
getting to that ship would be a suicide mission, which is unfortunate, because if we could at least get some way for them not to use the ship at all would be ideal.
I want them to leave.
They'll
We
have
want
to.
them to go. They need to get on the ship.
What? Without harpooning us.
So wait a second.
Please.
Are you proposing we make an assault when all of their forces are there, ship and all?
Well, they have two ships. There will always be at least one there being worked on.
They switch out. They got the
They
one
switch
one
out.
rests while the other one hunts.
Now, if
Where's
they
the second
run,
one?
it's always out on the water. We always swap out.
The only way they're going to run is if the numbers turn against them. That starts, I believe, with the orcs.
Borky,
Yeah.
They're
could we possibly divide and conquer, draw some of their force out, and then send some others in?
Real fast
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Need out of character. I'm asking. So what are the name of the animals that they have? The hunting animals. That the orcs-
aurochs.
Aurochs.
Borky
Yeah.
turns to Gruul. How many aurochs do you have?
I think they have one pregnant female, one that's not yet.
So
They don't
she'll lead
ride.
the charge.
They don't ride the females. I think they have 4 or 5.
4 or 5 aurochs.
They have 4 or 5 rideable war aurochs. They would want to keep at least one behind in case something goes wrong, so they can still breed them though. Like, the auroch breeder, what was his name, is present, and Cog. He says like just leave one in the females. So if this goes horrendously wrong, the remainder of the tribe can take them and leave, and then at least have some source of food.
Wait,
Does
have
it-
we ever thought about like just asking nicely?
No, you don't want to do that.
These are
Well-
not people to ask nicely with.
Well,
Zen.
I mean,
Up
I'm
to.
just saying, like, every time I've had an issue with somebody, if I'm just nice to them, usually they just, give me what I want.
Zen.
Zenrio, I know where you're coming from, and I tried, and then I got thrown in the ocean.
It's true.
Zen also
That
keep
doesn't
in
sound so
mind.
bad to me. Oh, right, I forgot you can't breathe. Okay.
Zen, remember that storm giantess is in cahoots, and she was not very nice. Not someone you could say. Not someone you could ask for favors.
Yeah,
We
she
do
was
have-
very mean.
We do have a few allies outside of, a lot of allies. This island, I don't know what it's called. I think that might be the giant lady.
Canary's perch.
I think so. I don't know. They don't. The leader keeps these things pretty under tight wraps. I overheard stuff between the paladins. I know that there is a trade going on between some of our men and a dragon cult. They're doing some sort of exchange.
What?
That's not good.
Do they command drakes with the use of tools?
They, I think, have dragons. I don't know the details, but I've heard that they're supposed to be making their way here in the next few days.
I was just about to ask that. I wanted to see how many times do those go out into the open and go on envoy? And how often does that happen?
Our men? Or
Yes.
theirs? I mean, they don't tell us. Sometimes we wake up and horses are gone and we assume they've gone out somewhere and...
Because I know this might not be the most favorable option, but what if we were able to play the long
What?
numbers from the outside and then they start getting worried?
Zito, you cut out.
Fuck me. What did I lose at?
Numbers from the outside before that.
All right. I don't know if this is a favorable idea, but I do like but what if we did this on the for the long con, where even if they start coming out and we start taking out their numbers slowly but surely, that they just keep sending more out here to enough where their numbers dwindle.
I think they would be more likely to turtle up at that point, knowing that something was taking them out. We're not so foolish as to send our people over and over again if it means they're not coming back.
Well,
How paranoid would they be to start believing in that?
My only fear is that they become so paranoid that they then take over this place. They
'Cause
just attack first.
But there's the word we're looking for. We start inducing paranoia onto their numbers.
So let me ask you this, Audrey. We're trying to save as many of these people as we can, yes?
Yes.
All right. So let's just think about this step by step and not look at the entire big picture. The first step is turning the odds against them, because unless you can provide some reason why they would suddenly turn tail and run, the only reason they would do that is if the numbers were no longer in their favor. Which means we should focus on turning the orcs.
That's the crux of it. That and the food. They lose the food, they can't eat. So they'll have to send out people to hunt. They'll send the orcs.
Lord Gruul, if I may have a minute. Do your shaman have any sort of even semi-regular contact with Ganesh?
No. Ganesh was weakened long ago.
Would there be a way to reinstill the fear and power that Ganesh has with these fallen orc?
I mean, I'm here, aren't I?
This is true.
One that's not you.
Our shaman now deals more with the natural world than that of Ganesh's, simply for our own survival.
Does this have a name?
The goddess known as Ydia.
So out of character, that's a druid. She's a druid then.
She's a druid, yeah.
Okay. Thousands of squirrels over the walls. They can't stop them all.
Dude, okay, so now here's a question. Can we, out of character, roll some knowledge religion checks to see if we can find some way to work this in our favor?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Oh, good.
Where's Nash? Now.
Fuck me, that one.
That one.
All right, look to everyone else. Well,
Task, you kind of think about it, and then you remember Tentacle Grandma, and you're just like,
Hey, 17 for Remy.
Okay.
Oh, that net 20 on the other end.
Yeah, it feels bad, man.
Oh, there you go.
Natural
Hey,
20.
nat 20 on
There
this
we go.
side.
This is
Of course I would know.
Yeah.
Hey!
all right.
Hey.
So Remy, Connor, and Octo all rolling high.
Makes sense for the three of you.
Yeah.
More
Not
so,
for me.
No, for you too,
Oh,
because
I
you
guess.
do have undersea druids.
That's
you do have
true.
druids that are specifically coastal.
Yeah.
It's very important actually. They kind of come over and they check on your guys' oyster farms and stuff and ensure that you're not being pested
Hey,
by things.
oysters, nice.
Yeah. Panic and Zenrio. If she's not going with you, there's not a lot to be done, and you look at her and you're like, don't, if you get hit with a rock, you'll go down. Like, that's the way she looks. She's orcs don't live very long usually, but she does look quite old.
She's 31.
She's in the prime of her
Actually, maybe in her 50s or 50s or 60s. which is
Orcs don't
very
live that long.
impressive.
Oh.
Yeah, she's quite old. You get the sense that she could probably help you out with like improving your guys' capabilities, your stealthiness. Definitely could talk to the animals and get a really, really good network going that way, though it's not very reliable. So you do have that to your advantage, but she's only one woman, and she's also kind of like a little bit all over the place, but
Senile.
not really senile, but definitely like not a like kind of not 100% there.
She's arguing with the
100% there.
squirrel.
Her nickname is Baba Yaga. Let's just move on. All right. So.
Oh God, no! Oh God, Taki, you hurt me.
Yeah.
Out of character real fast. This is fun, but I'm trying to think of a good strategy for this. It's a matter of...
Okay.
So yeah, you know that they're doing trade with the dragon cultists at some point. Gruul is actually probably able to ascertain the main trail they would use for something like that. There is a common trail that is cuts
Do
through
we
to
know how many people would
coastline.
go to secure the trade route? Like, would they send out a convoy?
You have no
Audrey know
idea. Like Audrey doesn't know what the deal is. She has no idea what's being exchanged or who they're exchanging with. She just knows it's happening. And knowing that, it seems like that would give them a bit of an edge if that trade is, completed. The more they do trade, the stronger they'll get.
Right.
Which is how they've gotten this far so far.
Do we know a
so-
location where that trade is going down?
They know that there's like a trail. Like they have to cut through a small creek / river. So there's only like one bridge. So unless they're like using some underground tunnel or something, that's kind of the only place that they would eventually end up. Gruul is able to ascertain that through his scouts with that location. Like there's no way for them to not pass over that.
So
in
what
some
if we,
capacity.
since we'll talk about it above game, what if we had the scouts at least try to ascertain what's going down in terms of that deal? And then if we need to, we can be in the general area and have a signal where we can ambush them if we need to once the dragons people leave.
Yeah, a scout could notify you of anybody moving around. Your time would be very limited, though. You'd have to get there pretty quick, and you'd have to strike pretty quickly because the distance between that river and the actual camp is far, but like at the same time, you guys would have to be at a certain distance at the same time as well. At the same time, some scouts may stay at the beach as well and just see if they'll cross over
If we
that way.
destroyed the bridge, how long would it take them to get around?
I mean, it's like I said, it's not like a huge river. It's kind of like a deep creek.
Deep creek.
I mean, they
It's
could-
still an
could-
inconvenience.
It would be. They could fell a couple trees and then probably maybe make their way across. Gruul ascertains. Like the greenery here isn't trimmed like it would be in like surrounding areas of Alabast. It is left to its devices. It is thick. It is hard to get through, and it is dense and tall. There's a lot of it to work with.
I think there's a lot of merit in striking this deal down as it's going on.
Yeah, there's just more bodies we have to worry about then.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure if they work as allies in a situation where someone attacks them.
Would it be possible, Audrey, if you were sent back and said that there was a force marshaling? That way, some of the force would at least be out. And then we would have the numbers on our side.
No,
If they know something's brewing, they would just turtle. They wouldn't send people out. They
Yeah.
would.
I think the,
There's
our
no
best
reason for them to leave the walls.
No,
I think
there wouldn't
our
be.
best option here is the element of surprise.
The other thing too with the food idea is they could just start using the water.
Yeah.
Gruul kind of snorts. He goes, "That's why we're having issues now.
What do you mean?
It used to be where we got our food from. Now we have to go to the southern beaches, and that takes forever to get to and from."
All right, so we have a couple of options then. This deal, get the orcs to rally. That's the only two I got right now. Get the orcs to rally or take down this deal.
There is a third option, which Gruul presents.
Hmm.
You send someone in to get some of the clerics to leave.
I was just thinking that actually.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Or you could do all of them.
What?
Mm.
Wait,
Would we spread too thin if we did all three though?
Hold on. what if I went in and asked them nicely to leave?
Then
Okay, all right, sorry.
May I just ask, who is he?
He saved us.
yeah, he saved us when we were thrown
Hi,
into the
I'm
ocean.
Zenria. I live underwater, but now I'm on land.
Hi, my name is Remus Corbeau. I live on land and never under the sea.
Hello,
Was it
Remus.
some-
You're like a bird, like him. I point at Greckles.
Correct, in a matter of speaking.
Greckle shrugs.
He's a wild mage.
Borky whispers in his ear.
He has a sister.
Wait, he whispers that to me?
Yeah.
I bet she's very nice.
Hang on. Do I hear that with a 13?
Roll a stealth check, Borky.
Oh, God.
And 100% Gruel is listening in on that.
9.
Hey!
You hear that, and so does Gruel.
Borky, you get dagger eyes from Remy.
No, how
You
much
get
damage does
dagger
it
eyes
do?
from Gruel.
Gruel, why are you so thirsty, man? Chill.
Yeah, seriously.
You
Borky, I'll
guys-
have you
you-
kindly never to say that again.
Trying to add a little bit of levity in the moment right now.
It's right
Does
now.
that include me? Can I say it again?
No, don't even
Okay.
think it.
Okay,
Anyway,
wait. Remy,
When is this deal supposed to go down?
I thought it.
What is
Who asks
it?
a good question. When is the deal going down?
Tomorrow, I think.
Oh boy, tomorrow.
Midday, potentially, or in the evening.
And we have no idea how many numbers we're up against.
Have they come
It can't be
before?
that many. They wouldn't send that many people to do just a simple exchange.
Yeah.
The trails are pretty thin, too. They wouldn't send a wagon either.
Here's the question. If they don't send orcs and they instead send guards, are you going to have a problem with us handling that, Audrey?
If we could take them prisoner instead, I would prefer that.
All right. I don't know how feasible that is, but I assume we can try, looking at everybody else.
He looks at you, Gruel looks at you, Remy, and goes, "We have a cage open, I think."
Oh, now you have a cage open.
I think I could, at the very least, distract the clerics if I could get them all in one place.
The
How
only
would we even get
time-
into the camp to get to the clerics? If this outline is to be believed, they would be in
I
the
don't
back
have
towards
to
the
be
leader.
close. They just have to hear me.
How are you going to get close enough?
How,
before
what,
he
what are
gets
you going to
spotted
say
by
to convince a bunch of clerics to betray their god?
I don't have to say anything.
Wait a second. I think I have an idea.
We're listening.
It's all situational, though.
We're still
There, what
listening.
we got.
Well, one of the things that we're not very good at, she looks at Kiwi, is when we check over things that we take, we don't look at them too closely because we have to wait for our leader to let us, essentially. So a lot of stuff gets left sitting around. If by some way we manage to get some of the orcs from the camp on our side, we could always have them bring in a barrel or something, perhaps with someone inside of it.
Ooh, I like this plan.
I literally thought this was gonna be a piece of candy moment. I thought that's what it was gonna be.
Trail candy.
Panic,
at
Panic,
the
are you
box.
confident that once you get in such a manner, you can get out?
How big? From the clerics, if I manage to make it to the clerics' tent and, do my thing on them, not that, but
What are you going to do to them?
I can charm them. I can get them on my side.
Everyone just gives him a look, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With magic.
Okay, it's different.
Yes.
Ah,
of
okay.
course, magic, yes.
You might be able to get them to come willingly too.
How so?
I know that there are at least 3 clerics that very much do not like their paladins, and they'd be willing to leave for any reason.
There's also one paladin I know that would easily leave.
Lionel, yeah.
What would be the magic word to get them to be on our side then?
Please.
One of them is scared of her paladin. Just telling her that she would be removed from him would probably be enough. 2 of the clerics, she kind of scratches her head, kind of confused. They enjoy their company of each other more than their paladins.
I see.
Ha!
So if I can get in there, convince them to leave, and then get back out.
While
Is what you want me to do?
while not being spotted. It's a bit of a. It's
While not being spotted.
It's a
okay.
bit. It's a bit dodgy.
I mean,
They ain't just gonna let you walk right out the front door.
Panic. The other thing you could do
I
is
can-
simply
I
lie
can
and
do
wait
that.
until we storm it.
I can do that, and I can bring one with me. Even better.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
unless Panic flinches or doesn't want this to happen, Greckles touches him. Panic, do you allow this?
I mean,
Do you allow this? No, answer! Answer the question. Do you allow the touching?
it's a privilege, not a right, to touch Panic Grimtongue, but
But do
okay.
you give him- Panic, you are now invisible.
oh.
I was thinking that actually.
Who said that?
Wait.
Where did Panic go?
Oh man, I pulled out my pants.
Whoa!
No one can see me.
No one sees it, yeah.
Panic! Can you hear me? Where are you?
Gruel Hellhorn doesn't even know.
Yeah. He's actually legitimately impressed. He's like, whoa. Like, he's never seen magic like this before.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah. Imagine if I was
This magic, baby.
Yeah. Imagine if I was visible. Then you'd be
How long-
really impressed. I
how
pulled my
long-
pants.
Don't go into the light.
Zen,
I'm still
he's not,
here.
not dead. He's still here.
I pulled
Well,
my
I don't
pants.
see him. Where'd he go?
Can you write scrolls?
Me?
Looks at Greckles. Can you write scrolls? Could you write a magic scroll and put that on there?
Could I technically money, or am I just completely not trained for that?
I'd have to look at it. You might be able to.
I will shrug and say maybe.
Okay.
How many people could you do that to?
I can do that to 2 of us.
Hey Monty, if he's not able to class-wise, because I've worked with Willow, would I be able to attempt it?
I think you gotta know the spell.
I think
well,
you do have to know the
if you
spell,
like
yeah.
tell me what to write and I write it out, if we tag team it.
It's more than that though. Like
Darn it.
scroll writing takes it's more than just words.
Got it.
What level is that spell?
That is a 2nd level spell. And you will for whoever I'm able to turn invisible, you'll have exactly 1 hour, and it breaks if you do anything hostile.
Oh. It takes 3 days to write a 2nd level scroll.
Ah.
Do we?
But I mean, you guys could take some downtime and do that, and then do it like a step-by-step basis, like you said before. That's not an impossibility.
No,
But then we would pass the date of the transaction.
The orcs would have enough material to
We
let
could
you
ju-
guys do that. 'Cause
Well,
it's
here's the thing. We could
possible,
just
but-
here's what we could do. Actually, we could just take out the guys on their way to the camp, and they just never show up. They just never show up. We get the thing, whatever it is.
This sounds asinine, but would there not be a way to bribe the dragon cultists to give us the item first?
Yeah, give it to us or they die.
No, I mean,
Forky looks at Gruel, right?
He nods.
Yeah.
Orcs.
fair.
I mean, we've dealt with dragon cultists before.
Yeah, I'm not really opposed to killing one. I mean,
I don't know them. I don't know anything about them. So
they are not the nicest people.
It's
No,
worth
there-
looking
Yes, but
into.
if we allow the transaction to happen and we simply ambush the clergy on the way back, that would allow us to get both. No, we can capture them and the item.
I like that.
but if you
They'll
do it
probably-
too close, they'll come out and attack as well.
Mm-hmm.
Would they have a cleric
Cultists?
alongside? No, would the clergy have a cleric alongside the people
You-
who are meeting these cultists?
Unless they send a paladin, probably not. And most of the paladins have been requisitioned to the ship and the, acquiring of gold and goods to make trade.
Mm.
While resources and things are left to the other soldiers.
But I think we should go after the cultists. I think that's the key to it.
I don't see the 3 plans working together in tandem, but I do like the idea of 2 at the same time.
We could do a step-by-step basis if you can write that scroll.
Yeah.
We cull some of their numbers, perhaps, with this transaction. They have to send someone.
They'll probably send the orcs.
If they send the orcs, that makes our lives a lot easier.
It does.
Yes, we get them back, and then
Well, we gotta convince him to come back.
I can go in.
We have to capture them, is all.
Yeah.
I can go in. I can convince the clerics that they need to leave, and they won't be hostile
Wait,
to us if
they
things
could.
get
They could do
sticky.
that. They could do that water walking thing, right?
Yes.
Yes,
They
they
can do that.
can.
How?
What else? Oh shit! 1 second. Let her look at her repertoire. There's other things.
Yeah,
No,
I was
no,
about to
no,
say,
no, no,
what
that's
else
not-
do they have?
Hold on. What?
And-
If they could just water walk right out invisible. They could just walk out of the camp along the water.
That's true. And if one of them agrees to come with me, I can dimension door out of the camp, and that's very far range.
Oh, I could turn someone into a lobster.
Okay, that is
What?
our fallback
That-
position. We would like to turn. We will. Borky puts his hand on Zenrio.
Oh man.
That is awesome to know, and we will factor that in.
Cool. Okay.
Turn somebody into that. That's a possibility. I mean, you
Yeah.
could swim them out.
Honestly, you could turn the leader into a lobster and say,
Yeah.
"Your god's not real. Watch, lobster."
Yeah, and that could like keep him as a pet.
I think it might be a little bit harder
No,
if he
cook-
doesn't do it willingly.
Now cook them. Cook them. That's the
Oh
ultimate.
shit!
What?
So
I just realized there's something. Wait, hold on. How far does this go?
Uh-oh.
Across any distance. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
let's hear it.
Oh shit!
I
Oh,
like
shit,
the sound
what?
of this, Monty.
There's a spell that Audrey can use.
Okay.
And
But it's not. Gosh, there's a bunch. Fuck, there's a lot that they have at 3rd level. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm just looking at what they have. There's a spell called Sending, where you can send a message directly into someone's brain.
Oh!
Oh, that's
Yeah.
like I remember that from 3.5.
Sending
That
is
makes it a
Yeah.
lot easier.
Sending is kind of a higher level spell, though.
It
isn't
is
it?
a third
third
level
level.
cleric spell.
But this is a long haul fucking tactic that we can play this with. over
Yeah.
the course of
We're
days.
going for that. We're not gonna do an all assault. We're gonna go for the guerrilla tactics.
Yeah.
Like
The
she
other
could
thing.
send messages to the orcs.
Yeah, I could
No.
turn into a gorilla too.
No,
She
here's-
doesn't. Unfortunately, she doesn't know the orcs because, like she said, she's
She can
separate
talk,
from them. But
she-
she can talk to the
You can
clerics.
talk to the paladins or the clerics.
The problem is getting them out.
Yep.
That would be the tricky thing.
And
They
that's
might
why
need
we
help.
need. That's why we need the scroll of invisibility. Grekel's got to get.
Exactly, because
Greckles-
Panic can get in there. Well, but if you're sending like, hey, go to this location if you want out, and then Panic dimensions door, is that like they just walk through? Is it as many people as you want?
It's
No,
like
I
it's
can-
like
it's-
Nightcrawler.
It's a
like-
+1. It's Nightcrawler +1.
So you can get out
Why
one
no?
I
person.
can get out with one person, and
They
it
also-
is.
Audrey,
And I,
They
has a
also,
range.
depending on how many clerics you guys get, they do have other things like hold person, suggestion, other spells that they can kind of use to like get away without harming anybody.
Well,
Also-
here's the thing though: if we start getting clerics, then we get more abilities to use these spells. So we should
Exactly.
just start with getting at least one.
So right now that there are 2 priorities out of character. By the way, this is a lot of fun. This is fun as shit.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
Freaking
yeah.
love this shit. Are you kidding
All
me?
joking aside, right now this is advanced tactics. Go for the cultists, and we get those, and we get the clerics out using this tactic. Then we
Right.
target the orcs second.
So here's the question: who do we want to send with the scout to go jump these guys?
Oh,
Do we want to go as an entire group
To
and
be-
just lay
no-
and wait somewhere?
to be fair, I think Gruul needs to come with because if it is the orcs, they need to see an overwhelming presence.
yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't know what the area looks like around this bridge. He's not exactly easy to hide.
Hey, speak for yourself.
That's above game, but okay, Gruul. Let me.
He's
you-
out of
you-
character!
You a big
the,
boy.
the most militaristic
He's
of
not.
us
He's
need
not.
to go to
He's
this
not
deal.
that big. He's not that big. He's actually like slightly shorter than Borky. He's not huge.
Oh,
He's not
alright.
Doros levels of big. No, he's just got those big horns, but those just look like tree branches.
Well, he's
I
got
don't
one
think
big
you can
horn.
just-
All right.
Yeah.
we know- So here's what. We go
He
with.
definitely camouflages though. Like that's the nice thing. Is he's
Bo-
got,
bo-
like-
Okay, well then he can absolutely come if
Bor-
the orcs are there.
Borky turns to. Does anyone have any magic that could make me look the same color as this tribe? So they got.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Greco's the utility mage.
Do you allow the touches?
Yeah.
Greckles touches you and you become that exact color.
dope.
How'd you do that?
Actually, oh no, never mind. I can't. That's self. I
Okay.
can't.
I was gonna say, what
Yeah.
if someone had a disguise kit?
We don't have that anymore.
Oh, right,
got-
they took it.
Yeah,
That's
they
right.
took it. Thanks.
I have
Alright.
I had a disguise kit.
That's
What?
right, you did. My bad.
But it's
color?
lost!
What color do you need to be?
The same color as him.
Borky just points at Gruul.
I could turn you into that color, or
Mm.
I could turn you into a lobster.
Borky's like,
What if it just one of my hands is a lobster claw?
Oh yeah, but what if I made like it the color, so you're like the color of the guys, right? But also you have like a big lobster claw that's the same
Guys,
color.
guys.
I
can
am both
we-
equally impressed and concerned as this meeting continues. Gruul says.
Man, you and me both. All right, okay.
Sorry.
So,
I'll join the attack. I will join the attack party. Everyone else runs.
I would say, to prove your willingness to join me, all of us take on this mission. We leave the other men behind to scout out and keep guard of our own encampment, and we go from there.
I'm okay with that.
Now, do we want to hit the cultists going in with what they have that they want to give the Auric clergy, or do we hit them getting out with what they have?
I would
We-
hit them. I would,
I would
advise
say
hitting
we-
them after.
I would say we hit them first. We take out the dragon cultists. He kind of shakes his head, not really fully understanding who they are. Then, when whoever comes to collect what is being traded, we jump them.
Plus, if we take out the cleric, the dragon cultist, that sends a bad message back to them.
They don't get what they need, clearly.
It
I'm
also-
pretty sure the
it
Auric
also-
clergy doesn't like dealing with.
I
Dragon
feel like
cultists.
we would raise less of an alert if we allow the exchange to go down, because then the cultists are not alerted.
Depends on what they're trading, I guess.
That's the big.
Audrey looks down. She looks kind of ashamed that she doesn't know what it is. But you get the sense, like, even as she's trying to explain certain things, like, they really don't tell them things, and you know that's intentional.
Then
Oh,
how
that's
about
ever-
this? Why don't we get there early and we'll play it as we go?
Because then we're
Okay.
fighting two sides.
Right now, we don't have enough information to know the best form of tactic to go with, so we can simply work it out on the fly as much as I.
So they're not meeting
do
in
it.
their camp. They're meeting outside the camp.
By a bridge, I believe you said. Yes.
Yeah. If they're going anywhere, they have to go over that bridge, or they have to make their own. But that'd be a waste of time and resources to do that, so take the easier path.
Is there any forest or area over there that is good for camouflage?
Oh, the entire area is filled. The trail is
Beautiful.
barely visible.
Beautiful. Ugh.
Excellent.
Kurt,
Yeah.
think Nelson. Think that Nelson trail when we were kids.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's such a nice trail.
It
Well, I'm
is.
glad you know the trail.
But it's thick as shit, and there's ferns.
Yeah, no,
everywhere.
we're talking Kootenays.
Yeah.
The Canadian Rocky Mountains.
I have a question for
We call them
Audrey.
the Kootenays.
Okay. She's looking pretty
Uh,
exhausted at this point.
How high is the mountain range in this corner of the map?
It meets with the wall, so it's about 10 feet to 12 feet tall.
I feel like if we could somehow coerce the orcs to be on our side at first. I know this doesn't seem ideal, but if we can at least get the orcs to be like lulled or somehow away from that side of the camp when it's time to get the clerics out. What if we use this side, like dig under it or find some way to use this side over here and hide under the cover of the mountain?
What if we
We
get?
escape.
What if we? Well, interesting. It's not bad, but I think the actual water walking might be a better idea. Invisibility and water walking. They just walk right out of town.
If I may, I believe we should focus on dealing with whatever this item is that the cultists have and whoever leaves the base.
Very
That
well.
should be our
Also-
focus.
Also, at the same time, Grecos, you need to get started working on that invisibility scroll.
I'm gonna need the correct parchment and ink, though.
Don't worry. Gruul looks at you. I have some things. Come with me. Kind of juts his head and walks towards his bedroom.
Borky,
Yeah.
you come see me when this is done.
Oh, really?
You guys get food brought in. At this point, like the orcs have brought you
Does
guys.
he leave Audrey?
Yeah, he actually does. Yeah.
Remy's gonna sit next to Audrey immediately.
Okay. He gets up and he leaves, taking you, Greckles, to a room that definitely has a musky odor. I mean, this guy has a smell to him as well. He doesn't smell bad. He just smells like
Earth.
like yeah, like
Like-
definitely outdoorsy, campfire, like no real soap and bubbles.
Oh, he's
Um,
a lumberjack and he don't care.
Yeah, more or less. You're led into this room. You see on one corner of the room is just this nest essentially of just like various wolf pelts and bear pelts and other things, kind of all stacked up in a corner, and you just see kind of like an inset where obviously he sleeps. You see various different like crude shelves, bits of stone. And you see actually, weirdly enough, some very nice shelves, like obviously stolen or raided from somewhere. Various different makes. One is very clearly dwarven. And you see lined from like shelf to shelf on these shelves are perfume bottles that are empty, and they're like perfectly set up on these shelves. He walks over to one of the shelves and opens a drawer. It's actually got a drawer at the bottom of it, and he opens it up, and you see him kind of shuffling through. You see him like push over like rubies and like gemstones and like necklaces and things.
Right.
And eventually he pulls out what looks like a very gorgeous wizard's tome, like a book.
Oh.
He kind of sets that aside, and he pulls out this really nice set of ink. And he also sets that aside with this very elaborate, like ostrich feather quill. Like it's ridiculous. And he sets that aside and he goes, "Will that work?"
That will. It's also nice that someone around here appreciates the finer things.
Huh?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
What? No. Hold on. What do you mean, finer things?
Master Gruel, this is not meant as an insult, but I am just merely admiring your abode.
Sleeping first?
Everything. Look at this quill. This is a fantastic quill pen. The parchment, the papers, and then he just kind of gestures over to the glass. Even those, everything's very exquisite.
Oh, yeah, my collection. I found those amongst merchants and things. They gave them to us as they made trade through. They're all notably empty, by the way.
Understandable. It's just interesting, and I suppose it just made me feel kind of good. But apologies, I have work to do.
Yeah, get to work. Just kind of looking at you like these comments are weird. Like, get out of my house.
Fucking weirdo.
Freaking
Yeah.
birds.
There's a
I'm
lot of-
gonna look. I'm gonna look at his shaman spells and see if she can also make a scroll using that paper for you guys.
That's that's me personally rolling a natural 1 to get a little insight on this guy. By the way, I'm tired. I had to get up stupid early today. I gotta get up stupid early tomorrow.
Sounds like a pattern.
Yeah, right.
Have you considered not waking up?
I would love to, but I have
Can't
to
wake up.
I have to get up for doctor's appointments for my wife suffering from herniated disc and sciatica.
Okay, you could have just said nah.
Never
You
mind.
could have just said nah.
And
You
never
could have
mind.
just said nah.
And we're gonna back away slowly.
Into the hedge you go.
Oh, hey, guess who else can make an invisibility scroll?
Oopa! Who?
Oh wait, no, she can't. It's a grassland specific.
Oh, I got
Curses.
She's a coast druid. I'm sorry.
Out of character, the invisibility thing, it only works on a person, not an object?
Only works
only
on a
works on a
it works on
person.
a willing person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emphasis on willing. Ugh.
What else could she make? I'm just trying to see what she can do here to help you guys. What else she can- that's not gonna
Also,
help.
how often can you dimensional door?
Oh god,
can
that's
do
like
it.
a third level spell?
I can do it once.
Oh yeah, that's what I figured.
It's my only 4th level spell.
Oh, it's a 4th level.
Out of
Jesus.
character, if we can get three of the clerics out, that means one can go through the dimension door with you, and the other 2 can water walk away
With the invisibility.
with the
Yeah,
invisibility.
but isn't there 4 or 5 clerics though?
Yeah, but
No,
you
there's
can-
only 3.
There's 3 that are
Depends on
convincible.
who wants to go with you guys. Like she knows of 3 that will definitely she thinks will definitely go with you with the right words used, but there could be more, there could be less, who knows?
And
I
I'm
mean-
sure that would be a death sentence for anyone who stays behind.
Yeah, looks like that's all she got. Yeah, she can't even do that. Sorry, I'm just looking to see what she can help you guys with. There is one thing she could give you, which is water breathing.
Ooh.
That might
That would
be
be
handy if the
sweet.
Sea lions.
we gotta
though.
attack sea
Yeah.
lions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they
Or-
see you, but only if they
or-
see you, and assuming the shaman doesn't come over to our side.
Hold on. This one actually might be better. Spider climb. She has spider climb.
Ooh,
as
even
well.
Oh,
better.
that's fantastic.
I want an
That's-
army of spiders.
Just great gazoo up the wall.
Scale the wall, just Dio up there.
She'll borrow some of that paper from you, Greckles, and she'll make a spider climb scroll for you guys. It only works on one person though, unfortunately, but it's
Yep.
still something.
But it
It's an
lasts a
option.
long time.
It does. It lasts up to an hour. So.
Yep. So you guys, we're gonna be looking at an hour window to get all this done.
Yeah.
From start to finish, it has to be in an hour.
That's the second. That's phase 2 of the.
That's
op.
phase 2.
That's
yeah.
phase 2.
Yeah, so like I said, let's not jump ahead. Let's just worry about.
We have to do phase 2
this.
prep now before we can even get to phase 1 though. So. Alrighty, we're gonna be. We're gonna
As
be.
you guys kind of stand there and eat, Gruel reemerges with Greckles, and he goes, "Good. Now there's preparations to be made, but most importantly, if you're going to be staying with our tribe, you need to deal with our rules. He
Very
looks at you,
well,
Zach.
Gruel. What are your rules?
1, you don't kill anyone without my permission. 2, you don't steal anything. Ever." And he looks at you, Greckles, after he showed you, his perfume collection, and you were complimenting it.
That's racist.
Wow.
Well, he was asking
Not
all
the
this
first
really
time.
nice stuff, and he's just like, Gruel's like, "This man though."
Dismando.
It's still a punch bowl.
Yeah.
It's true. Gruel would know.
I wouldn't know that.
You smell like a man
Um,
who would steal a punch bowl.
3, all food is shared.
Okay.
4, all men and women are expected at the grouse if they can conceive children.
I thought you were gonna say all men and women are shared.
What?
What?
Never
What
mind.
is the grouse? To those who don't know.
Turns to Remy. You can tell them. You remember.
Yes, I remember. It is a contest of strength.
Hmm.
Best 2 out of 3 for the. Well, I suppose the affection of a woman.
Everyone, Borky's eyebrows go. Whoop. Hmm. How about that?
How about?
That's
Though we are
why.
lacking in numbers,
Cool,
there are
cool, cool.
still a couple available individuals. He kind of looks down at Audrey, who just kind of just the most angry face at him, just like. fuck you, like,
Remy's
fuck
gonna
you.
glare at him too.
You're expected there at nightfall. There'll be a bonfire. We'll talk. We'll drink. The potato with legs will entertain us. Kiwi's like, what? He's like eating like a leg of chicken. He's like, like,
His
Hasn't
name
really
is
been-
Kiwi. For the record.
not here. It's not.
Kiwi, actually, Tass looks over to Kiwi.
Oh, hey.
You've been listening into this conversation the whole time. Do you have anything you want to add into the plot for the
Oh, I
tactics?
I'll be real with you right now. It was a task, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to go home. So, I have
I
nothing.
grab him by the shirt and I pull him close. You don't get to go home unless this is successful. So put your hand in the pot.
Okay. Look, I'm just saying, if you need a ship repaired or you need an airship repaired, I'm your
Kiwi.
mate. But, yes, Remy.
If I might ask, other than the captain, who do you serve?
Well, there's this great guy called Kiwi, and I want to treat him right.
Wait, where's
And what?
Kiwi? Have I met him?
Yo, you have, mate. You have.
That's him. That's him.
Anyway, I want to treat him right, and I've been really dodging it up lately, so that's where I'm at.
Well, if we get out of this, you can come back to Halifax.
Oh man, I don't know. My luck's been really rubbish lately.
Hey, Monty,
Mhm.
can I insight him to see if he knows about the captain? That's what I was trying to get him to reveal.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I really need this roll.
Treat yourself.
Come on, baby. 9?
I mean, you don't know. He doesn't seem like.
God.
No, I mean, to be fair, you haven't really talked to him about anything. Gruel does get up. He just grabs an entire, it looks like some sort of duck or like wild bird. He just kind of reaches over and just grabs that and just takes a whole mouthful of it and goes, "See you at the grouse," and just gets up and leaves. Oh, and if she runs, or if you run, He kind of draws his hands across his throat. And
Where is my duck whistle? Because I am so upset I didn't blow it at the chunk. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. What am I doing with my life?
Potato looks
This-
more like a Scotch egg.
This is where we will take a break.
Yay!
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, all right.
I gotta put
Hey,
in 1
hey,
second.
Oh man.
Oh, a Scotch egg sounds really good right now.
Scotch
Right.
egg. It's an egg from Scotland. It's a Scotch egg. It's made with pork and breadcrumbs.
Wish I could just find forest. Like I wish there was just audio that was just
Forest, right?
Forest.
You would think.
yeah. You would think there'd be just that, but I just can't seem to find it.
Oh man.
Operation Sun Eater.
Operation Sun Eater. What up, chat?
Oh God, I am gonna go grab something to eat. I will be right back. I'm really hungry.
Go ahead. That's fine. I'm gonna stay right here. It's all
I
good.
gotta pee.
Go ahead. That's fine. I'll stay here. I'm always down to hang with the chat. What up, Verde? And Jeffrey and all the people who are about to ambush me. It's all good. Yes, it is I, the Tabasco. Thank you. Octo, did you stay or did you leave too?
I'm still here.
Oh, you're still here. Octo's here too. Give Octo some love.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hello,
Hello,
Mr. Obama.
Mr. Obama. Hello. Is anybody there?
Oh.
Boom, boom.
Oh,
Boom.
man.
Boom, boom.
I was supposed to get dinner, but then I didn't.
What?
But
I was supposed to eat and then I didn't.
and then I didn't.
To answer your chat question chat. Yeah. No. I was happy that Alabama got beat down. It's all good. So that was an interesting way to meet.
Yeah, that was good though. I think that's exactly how.
Hugs!
I think that's exactly how I expected.
How's it feel to finally be worth more than 5 minutes of the game? It feels great, Probate. I forgot what a session felt like.
I know. Now we all get to work together.
We do get to work together. And
I feel. I feel. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I feel bad because like I love the tactics planning, but here's my character like I want to draw a smiley face on a map. Like
And you're like, if
that's-
any other character could be here right now.
yeah,
He's
he's just,
tactician, because I know you like it because you play Warhammer.
yeah. So I'm just like, yeah, I'd love to contribute, but canonically, I'd be like, I could turn into a lobster. That's about it.
Above game, you have to contribute. And then like, all right, so in game, I'm gonna go like tell people to be a lobster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool shirt guy with 1,000 bits. Welcome to Fire Emblem Sugary Dragons. Okay.
Oh boy,
Oh boy. I
that's
like
my
Sugary
favorite
Dragons.
version.
Isn't it Dungeons and Sugary Dragons?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
The best. Zenrio, don't be sad. You're doing great.
Oh, thank you. Listen, he tries his best. Really, like he just gives 100% to everything.
he commits to the
Yeah, he never half-asses anything.
Metallis Scorn with 100 bits. Much love. Yes, much love right back to you, Scorn. Appreciate it. Much love. Tell Kiwi the truth, Remus. Oh dear, that's a whoo! That might be a couple sessions. I don't. Man, there's so many truths that need to be said.
Scotch egg. was
Why? Welcome
actually
back,
invented
Kunar.
in London in 1851.
Did you get a Scotch egg? Because I really want one.
I did not get a Scotch egg. Unfortunately, I don't keep Scotch eggs on hand.
Well, now you're just like talking about them, and everybody's gonna want one. You're
It's 'cause
making this worse.
he looks like a Scotch egg.
Your face is a Scotch egg.
I'm back, by the way.
It's
Oh,
actually
what
an
up,
Irish-
Gaijin?
It's more like an Irish baby, but okay.
Oh my God, mutual tears.
Right?
Aw. Also, I love that for whatever reason, this dude thinks that everybody's trying to like mate with everybody.
I know, he's got enough thirst for everyone.
Yeah,
Seriously, you know why? He's just pissed off because he's never gotten picked in the grouse, and he's
You
projecting.
call panic the thought.
Seriously, Panic is tame compared to this dude.
Okay.
Well, now he's got competition. How about that?
Have you guys been
What do you
reading
mean
the
compared? What do you mean compared?
Have we?
Panic has only had sex with one more person than Greckles. Remember that, folks.
It's true.
Yes, but that's only because you know,
Look,
time
look,
constraints.
Greckles didn't fuck anyone. I keep telling you guys. His
We have no
thing
proof.
is
You have
getting
no
on the
proof.
Right.
it's getting on the couch.
Pixar, it
and
did
crowing.
happen.
One
Right.
time Zenryo saw a girl, but then he got scared and hid behind a rock until she left.
Good, good, smart move from Zenryo.
And
Yep,
then he,
yep.
And then
All
he
right.
hit on the rock.
Okay,
Yeah,
real
yeah.
fast here. A lot of bits been driving. Bosco, as a Bills fan, I feel your pain. 1,000 bits from Michigan
God, no,
Surf.
You don't feel my
1,000
pain. You're my
bitch.
pain like 4 times over. I'm so sorry.
The Talbs with 1,000 bits. Episode title: Help You, Help Me. 1,000 bits from the Talbs. Ooh, Zeismos, thanks so much for the 2-month resub. Cool shirt, guy. Oh, awesome shirt. Welcome to the Fire
Cool
Emblem
shirt, brah.
Sugary Dragons. Metal Score, thank you for the 100 bits as well. Yenra with the 500 bits. Hey guys, just dropping on by. Drop some bits off to tell you guys that the dumbest D&D character we ever made. It's the Winterfolk Halfling Barbarian, Tim of the Clan Hortons. All right, I'm stopping right there. Thank you, Yenra, for the 500 bits.
If you guys heard any noise, that was my cat. She sauntered on into the room while I was getting.
Oh, gee. 1,337 bits from Blackfoot Ferret. The Sun Paladins are going to find this map and think, faces of the unknowable smiling gods descend upon us! Jungle 60, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Defective Sheep with 700 bits. I kind of imagine that Kiwi has little Kirby stub arms. He does. 700 bits from Defective Sheep. Sam Dam Go Jam with a prime sub. Thank you so much. XX Lord Revan XX for the 500 bits. Hashtag find Gripples. Luke Lot with 1,000 bits. Pouring some bits out for the lost Gripples. Oh, it hurts. Pending Band. Why even love a bird? God. Pending Man with a prime sub. Thank you. Bud the Spud 3226 with a 9-month resub. Thank you so much. Scruffy Guy with 500 bits. Having a really bad time right now, but thanks for always giving me something to look forward to. Love you all. Thank you so much. Sorry going through a rough time right now, that Scruffy Guy. Flightless 626 with a 1,500 bits. I love T-Wig. Ooh, interesting. Who's that?
Who's T-Wig? Who is
Who's-
that character?
Yeah, exactly. Who is that? But thank you so much. And we got some more bits right at the top here. I'm gonna go right back to it. Here, thank you so much, Cosmosis 45 with the 100 bits. Draco Magnius with a tier 2 14-month resub. Thank you so much, Draco Magnius. Pupasa Monkey with a 100 bits. And Godzilla 719 with 100 bits. Lot of football self-help grouping happening in this chat tonight.
I looked at the live channel in the Discord and someone said, "No duck whistle. Stream is ruined."
Why even?
Yes, Zito.
Why even bother? Mardon B with a 1,500 bits. Thanks to you guys who started playing again. My Minotaur Barbarian made a bandit into a wall painting with a nat 20 in her first fight.
Yeah, baby.
Put a frame around it. Oh, and by the way, Nadine, after the stream, I do need to talk to you about Gregor. I think something's up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal.
Don't scare us like that.
No, it's
Yeah,
not that
for
big.
real,
It
dude.
literally is not that big a deal. Just need to ask her some advice. Just mentioning that so I don't forget.
How do you dog, Monty? How do you dog?
That's pretty much what I'm asking.
Get
You
confused.
barf when you woof, and you orf when you arf.
Hey, Taka.
Yeah.
Taka, you know my wife like could pretty much be a vet, right?
No.
Yeah, she might be better when it comes to health stuff. It depends.
Okay,
Like, I'm better at product.
Okay.
But
Well,
we can
then
figure-
I'll
We'll,
hit you up.
we'll knock heads together. We'll figure it out.
Registered
It's fine.
Anon. He's registered, everybody. 5,000 bits. Been binge watching the Unexpectables on YouTube since late October, and here I am. Also, Mr. Touchums did nothing wrong, Taka. Nothing wrong. Okay, he must remain in that stream.
I can't believe there's an anon that registered Hypercam. I can't believe it.
Wow.
Thank you for the 5,000 bits.
Is everybody back?
Roses are red, violets are blue. Unregistered hypercam too.
Those are
I
right
can't
flats.
believe
Little
that
my
was your
remote
joke, but what?
Shinderu.
Well done.
Is everyone back? Or are we just waiting for Connor?
I think we're back.
I
Yeah.
think the only one we're missing is Connor. I could be wrong.
No, I'm back. I'm
Connor's
here.
here.
Oh,
I've been
we're
here.
all here. We're
Oh,
all
we're
here.
good.
Do we
We're
have
good
Octos
then.
We're all
as
here.
well? Octos here?
I'm here.
Yay! All right, let's get back into it.
Woo!
So, as the night progresses, you guys are all invited to the grouse.
Oh, I have a thing. I'm sorry. I really
Yeah,
have a
no.
thing that I have to do. When we're exiting the tent, Greckles looks over to Borky and just, Borky the orc.
Greco's the bird.
Greckles gets in really, really close. I'm assume Borky's looking down at him
Yep.
because
Tall.
Greckles reaches into one of his pockets, and all you see is just a fist, and he holds it up to you, Borky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he opens his hand. He opens his hand, and there's a tooth in it.
What's that?
Feel around the inside of your mouth, big guy.
Oh. Well.
Listen, Borky.
Hmm.
When we first met, I thought very, very little of you. I didn't think you could take anything seriously, and the only thing you were good for was getting in the way while I could shiv someone in the back. But goddamn, you proved me wrong today, and you've earned this back. And he puts it in your hand.
Does Greckles walk off and leave Borky in silence?
No, he's still standing there. It's that weird sort of like I'm trying to be tough, but it's really, really hard because I'm actually like moved. You came up with a solid plan and you acted like a damn leader, and I couldn't have asked for more.
Come on, man. Greckles, you make me embarrassed here in front of all the other orcs.
Borky kind of does the hand behind the head thing.
We're cool worrying about it. We got a lot to get done.
Yeah.
And whenever you got a good idea, you let me hear it, buddy.
Will do. I give you back your nipple feather, but the Orc clergy stole it.
These things happen. He shrugs.
What do you do when a bunch of zealot sun worshippers steal your best
Steal
friend's
your nipple.
feather? Yeah.
We should use this for witchcraft.
Remy, you do have some time with Audrey as she's kind of putting about and just kind of on her own.
I'm gonna go. Does she seem like she's any better, like mentally, physically?
No. Like,
Got it.
Oh, oops.
yeah, no. I mean, like, she just sold out her friends, like, in a way that she tried not to, but you get the sense that she's like, I just sold out everybody I know. She kind of sits there in front of the fire and just like, once again, has a plate with a single leg of something on it and is just kind of staring off to the distance.
What's on your mind?
Home. My paladin.
I'm sorry I couldn't do anything for him.
He wasn't very nice to me anyway. It still sucks though.
Whether or not you like someone, when you fight with them, there's a natural camaraderie that bonds you together. It's... Well, I don't have to tell you.
Yeah.
Is there... I don't know, is there something I can do to put your mind at ease? I can assure you I will do everything I can to make sure as many of them can leave as possible, but... things happen.
There's something wrong. I just don't know what it is.
What do you mean something's wrong? With you? With them?
With everything. I don't know things, but things are changing and not in good ways. Maybe it's just I grew up, I don't know.
With the clergy, you mean?
She nods. You know, they told us when we're being trained, you know, the day we get to be matched with our paladin is like the best day of our life, because it changes after that. But I didn't expect it to change like this.
Was it always like this? The stories you heard from people who came before you?
For a while, yeah. It used to be that... She kind of pokes the chicken leg as some of the orcs are kind of like just talking. It used to be that it was a choice. You know, we could, could decide, but that wasn't working, I guess. They wanted it to be better. The clergy wanted it to be better for Oren's sake, so they choose for us now.
And I see they are very strict in terms of who can interact with who.
Yeah. You know that some are more weak-willed than others. Some are more dedicated than others. Some are more prone to weakness than others.
Compassion is not a weakness, despite what they tell you.
Compassion for you, as they say, but I understand. It's weird, it's so backwards now. You know, if I say I cared about them, I want them to go, makes me the bad guy here.
No, that makes you the best person here. The rest of us would be willing to slaughter them without a second thought. You're the only reason we're not.
I think some of them know what they're doing and relish in it. I think they need to die. But there are so many who don't, and they just want to go home.
Then I think you're heeding the words of your God very well. You have seen true by the light. And I mean not to quote him at you out of disrespect. I mean it sincerely.
I need time with him, on my own, to really know.
I think, if nothing else, take solace in the fact that he has not taken your magic from you. If he truly thought what you were doing here, helping these orcs, whether by choice or by force, he wouldn't give you the capability to do it.
She looks at her hand. That is the only reason I've given you a chance, is because that is true. There's a piece missing here. I don't know what it is, and I want to find out. Like I said, I want to understand first before I come to a decision.
And you will, and I'll buy you the time you need. Like I said, my shield is yours.
She nods. Borky, you're who's sitting next to Gruel in this circle?
How is the whole
Probably
village there?
Borky, right? Wouldn't Borky make the most sense?
Yeah.
Borky's sitting beside him, essentially.
Who's on the other side of him?
Me.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Both of you make insight checks on Gruel.
12.
15.
Ooh, 15.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Did he roll a 1?
Close. You rolled a 2.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Way to be garbage. Let's go.
Borky and Zenryo, you see that Gruel is very intently watching this interaction between Remy and Audrey, and he's like nodding, like, yeah. You get the sense reading into him, he is loving this. It's like a TV drama, like a romantic TV drama for him. And with every interaction that's happening, it's building this story that he's enjoying.
Oh, I'm gonna kill him!
It's a kid slapping fucking action figures together.
Oh my god, what is wrong with him?
I'm just imagining
My life
Gruel.
is
I'm just
not your fucking television show.
Artist,
Apparently
can
it
you just get Gruel with 2 action figures smacking them together with the 2?
Oh my gosh.
Now, kiss.
And then Borky just walks in. I was just playing with my toys.
He seems, it's not so much like he's just like a childish thing. He's just like, no, these two would be perfect for each other. And then like reading into other things, it just seems that's kind of the way he is.
Okay, Cherub Gruel.
Yeah, good grief.
Well, so Borky can tell this is happening.
Yeah, Borky and Zenryo, you even hear him muttering to himself, which suggests this.
Oh, you like to play matchmaker, huh?
Well, between you and me, as a brother of the Tusk, I'm not particularly liked for the breeding selection.
Why is that?
Because of my demonic influence.
Yeah, but you look so cool.
Yeah, you do look pretty badass.
Yeah, he looks really cool, right?
I appreciate your comments, but in truth, most Tanneruks are violent and aggressive.
Well, you seem cool and nice.
Kind of leans down and raises a brow at you.
Sounds like stone rubbing on stone.
I try and like mirror the look that he's giving me, like as best that I can, but it's not really all that accurate. I kind of like raise the same, like.
Nah. In truth, when I was born, there's always talk of whether to let us live or not. Usually what they do is they leave the babes out in the woods and wait to see which animal shows up. If it was wolves, it means I would have been violent. If it was a badger, It meant I would have been cruel. If it was a raccoon, I would have been very unlucky. But I was visited by a raven, which meant I would be very smart.
Oh.
So I wasn't left for dead.
Yeah, when I was a kid, they were always like, he's not going to do anything worthwhile with his life. And I was like, I could do something worthwhile in my life. But I started to believe that I wouldn't be able to do anything worthwhile with my life. But then my mom was like, don't listen to them. Just listen to your heart and listen to yourself. And you know what? That's what I do to this day. And I always tell myself that I'm doing the best that I can with what I have. And it looks like you did that too.
Roll a charisma check.
Oh, here we go.
13.
Okay. He looks at you, like, blankly and goes, yeah. And then you hear drums begin to beat. And he goes, oh, look, the grouse is happening. Kind of like segueing.
I didn't even get a chance to talk about my childhood, but okay.
Zenrio forgot the fact that he has a fucking magical hadron collider happening in his body with his magic.
Yeah, that is true.
As you guys watch, you begin to see orcs now fighting each other. 2 orcs enter in the middle. They touch fists and then immediately start beating the shit out of each other. Usually until someone falls on the ground or until someone just surrenders. Then after that, they walk up to basically one of 2 available bachelorettes, one being Audrey and the other one being, what was her name? One of the orcs, the one that's not pregnant. One of those 2. And a lot of them are getting rejected because there's only one female, so...
I think you said her name was like Shuga or something.
It was that's the druid. That's the old druid who was also there, and she's obviously not.
Borky asked
Gruck.
asked Gruel real fast.
What if the orc wins and doesn't want to, like, you know, hang out with the lady?
They can refuse. Generally, it's frowned upon because it wastes their time. If you don't have any intention of breeding, it's wise not to fight.
You know what? Don't. Nope. Still waiting for the right one, you know.
I know that some other tribes have different ways of doing things, and this Alavast place there is 1 female to 1 male usually, from what I know, or at least 2 in a pairing.
Yeah, it's usually the case, which is better than what my dad did.
Multiple wives.
My dad literally had 100 wives.
It's impressive. That sounds like the Iron Claw clan. That's what they do as well. They have multiple wives, 1 chieftain, males.
Yeah.
They you should be writing this down, by the way.
Okay, Iron Claws, by the way. I wanted to say, yeah, Iron Claws.
I'm writing this down.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I haven't heard jack about the Iron Claws.
Generally, the way it works there, and the reason we know of each other, you are new here. You're from Alavast, which I know is a place of outsiders. The orc clans here, we don't particularly get along. Not to say that we fight upon first greeting. Some of us are more friendly than others. The Ironclaw clan is definitely the most personable. They kind of just keep to themselves. Mine, hunt. They worship the spirit of the bear. That is their mainstay. The chieftain has multiple wives, but the wives control the chieftain, while the chieftain controls the men. That seems to be the system they have in place.
Okay.
There's 1 wife there who, you see, like, Gruel kind of wince, his eyes close and open. She's terrifying.
What's her name?
I don't know. She's not a shaman. She's something else, but definitely the brains of the operation. That is for sure. She should be dead soon, though. She's old. And then there's multiple others. I mean, I haven't been there in a while. We don't really interact. We check in with each other with scouts every once in a while to mix blood. We find that if we don't exchange individuals of our clans, then the blood becomes weak, our children become sick, and we grow weaker. Roll a panic. Actually, everybody who's in the earshot besides Remy, roll a knowledge medicine.
Okay.
Knowledge, medicine.
15.
Or
Wait, I cut out a little bit. You said you wanted me to roll medicine?
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody roll medicine.
Okay.
7.
Nice.
17. All right.
17.
Wow.
Oh, not good.
9. Borky and Task, you two, given your, your tribalistic sort of like upbringing, this is easily to prevent inbreeding.
Yeah.
Like, this is obviously a strategy to switch out people. Your clan did it a lot, Task, where you guys brought in different groups. Borky's clan as well. I mean, it's same with Helga.
They're
like,
big
it's just
clans,
bring in different things, mix in some stuff, make sure everything's good and healthy. So you get the sense that, to prevent that, given that these clans are definitely smaller than what you're used to, Borky.
Yeah.
They just trade off people occasionally and then just, keep everything kind of healthy that way. So, yeah, he kind of nods like that. And then you watch as kind of Gruel stands up and puts his plate next to his log. He goes, Remy!
Yes.
He kind of walks into the fight pit and kind of like pounds his chest and does his call.
Pardon me, Audrey.
Oh, this
He
should
was gonna put his sword in the ground and stand up.
Oh boy, this should
Alright.
be good.
Borky puts his hands behind his head and goes like, okay, well.
Rematch!
Ah,
Alrighty.
come on!
Round
gets his
2.
Greckles gets his chips.
Yeah, yeah. They actually have a lot of nuts, like a lot of like almost like trail mix nuts.
Would you say that's a lot
available
of
to
nuts, Nadine?
them.
That is.
Oh my god.
Greckles is just. Greckles picks up a bowl of nuts and watches intently.
Kiwi like reaches in like popcorn and starts eating as well. Alrighty. So
Athletics, right?
Yeah, that's 3 out of 5.
Okay. Oh, it's 3 out of 5. Oh shoot.
Yeah, it is
That's
3
right.
out of 5. Roll.
I misspoke before.
Yep.
Come on, Bosco.
All
I
right,
got
we're gonna
men
start
of
with the
war
12.
planning.
Okay. Let me grab his stats real fast.
Oh boy, that. Oh man.
He's not like huge, but he's definitely like built. He's got strength to him. He has to.
He has to. He's. Oh boy, let's go. Come on.
That is going to be a 15.
Ooh.
You guys watch as immediately these two lock arm in arm, like they're kind of struggling and pushing, and Remy almost gets pushed into the fire, but manages to struggle back as dust and dirt gets kicked up. As he does, Gruel pulls back his grasp and guts like punches you right in the gut. All right, round 2.
Oh boy, I could really use a good roll. That's a 21.
That definitely beats him out. He got
Woo!
a 15. As you kind of reach in with your stomach, he goes around to go for like almost like a claw attack, but you manage to like bash back his hand and immediately do an uppercut to his chin.
Boom.
You see an explosion of saliva erupt almost like a sprinkler into the air, this resounding crack noise as Remy succeeds in that.
That's my Falcon punch. Take it.
Well done.
Good,
Alrighty.
good. Finally, it happened.
All right, here we go. Another one of those.
Nat
20! Nat 20!
shit.
Let's go!
Very nice. Gruel staggers back, and you take him, and you basically, with 2 fists, you punch him into the fire.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Whoa!
He falls back into the flames, scorching. He's gonna have disadvantage. His fur is kind of on fire, but you notice he kind of shakes it off. He seems to have a resistance to it. You notice that panic, given your bloodline as well. All right, his next one's gonna have disadvantage because of the fire.
Oh, I need a good roll. 16.
That's good.
Natural 20 and a 3-7. Yep.
Yes, I got him. 16.
Remy,
Yeah.
read him on the wake up super. Remy read him on the wake.
As he roars and charges you, you just simply do like a Kirby slide. You hit his leg. He goes flying. You take up your hands to his chest and his like abdomen, and you just flip and slam him onto the ground. And there's an eruption of dust as the entire crowd gasps.
Greckles
And it
gets
goes-
up. Greckles the first one to get up and cheering his ass off.
Yeah, and it goes, yeah!
Zenryo is like kind of like warily clapping, and he leans over it to Borky and he goes, "Hey, this is violent."
Yeah, it's not as
Alright.
bloodletting as my
Figuring
clan.
out what the fuck wrestling is for the first time of his life.
So while they're all quiet, Remy is gonna walk over to Gruul, stand over him for a moment, and extend his hand just like he did prior.
He grabs it. He's a little warm still as you lift him up. I was open, right?
Did you let me win?
Yeah, well, the fire certainly helped you.
Oh, it was there.
Yeah.
And yes, you did leave yourself open. Well, no, who's counting? Oh,
All right, go ahead and
you
pick.
do realize my ribs might be broke, right?
Hey, we have a healer. You're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of grabs you and lifts you up a little bit. Kind of pats out a flame on his shoulder, just idly like, oh shit. Just kind of
Dust off.
Yeah, doesn't seem to bother him too much. All right, pick your female.
I thought they chose.
Well, you have to pick one, and then they choose between the two of us.
Remy will stand in front of the orc.
The female orc.
Yep.
All right.
Please pick him.
She's not interested in either of you guys. She kind of
Good.
She looks to you like confused, like what? And then she looks up to Gruul and just kind of scowls. And he kind of pats you on the shoulder, and goes, "Eh, best of luck next time." And walks away.
Remy will go take a seat next to Audrey.
Okay. She just kind of looks at you, like nods, and kind of goes back to what she's doing, just eating that chicken leg.
Mm-hmm.
Other orcs stand up to challenge. Does anybody want to challenge any of the other orcs?
Why not?
Oh,
Panic?
here we go!
All right.
Let's go, Panic!
I'd like to fight, but there's no fucking way this is like that end result fucking works.
Hey, Chris, I got my butt kicked the first time. Who cares? This is awesome.
All right.
It's gonna have.
I've got an important conversation I gotta have with Kiwi at some point.
All right.
Oh God.
All right, Panic, you're up.
I am the tank after all.
Now, Senrio.
Yeah.
Now, Senrio, what
Come on,
we're seeing,
tank, let's go!
what we're seeing is, what the thing is, the orc doesn't know is how much damage that Panic can take, actually, right there.
It's true. He can take a lot of damage.
Not the one. The older orc, the one that wasn't like blushing at Zenrio. He stands up and he challenges you as you stand up. He literally looks at you and goes, "Oh, this would be fucking easy."
Can I press the digitation a sign that says Austin 316 and hold it up?
I don't think.
I don't know who Austin
No,
is, but
Panic.
sure.
Panic 666 would be
Panic
better.
666.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Panic,
All right.
roll your first athletics check.
Panic stands up. He takes off his black dragon scale coat. He rips off his yellow undershirt, revealing the lightning scar on his chest, and he just flexes as his barbed hide activates.
Ooh.
Ooh. Nice.
Athletics, you said?
Yeah, athletics.
Here we
Come
go.
on, Panic.
Not
Come on,
great.
Panic. Oh no.
That's a 2.
Oh no. Let me grab my orc.
Ah!
Oh man. Okay, this is gonna be great. I can't wait. Alrighty. Sorry, I have to find my new stat. Also, should knock over my glass of water.
How against the rules is it if I transform the other guy into a lobster?
Very against the rules.
I imagine very
I
against
feel
the rules.
Not to metagame.
Yeah.
Not to metagame,
Yeah.
but no.
I feel
I
like
will
maybe you
say
would know.
this. Remy would mention, because Gruul would have mentioned this to Remy, magic is strictly forbidden. Like,
Right. Oh, okay.
literally, if you cast magic or you tamper with this, all the orcs will then descend upon you and beat the shit out of you.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe Zenryo-kun could make an appearance for this, but maybe not.
Alright, so 2. Yeah, that's gonna be a 19.
I think that'd be easy.
You go up and you just punch him in the stomach, and like your arm almost breaks. And he grabs both of your arms, and he just brings you in and just wham, headbutts you really hard.
Oh!
I just imagine he grabs you with like a giant fist and just eat. It's just like a squeaky toy.
Okay. Remember that scene in the Mortal Kombat movie with Goro and Johnny Cage? It's very much that.
Oh,
There it is.
All right, roll your second attempt
Which means
here.
here comes
Can
the
I
nut
try to
punch.
Yeah, here it
intimidate?
comes. He's just gotta crush your sunglasses.
Can I try to intimidate him like Gruul did with Remy?
Yeah, with disadvantage though, because he got a really solid hit on you.
Ah, man. All right. Intimidation. Here we go.
Come on, baby. You're due for a big one on double-sided big
11.
one.
11.
11's not bad.
Okay, good, some save. Ooh, yeah, no, he's got a 15. He's fine.
Shit.
He literally looks down at you and it's just like, I fought demons bigger than you.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, to be
Best response.
to be fair, their leader is part demon already. So, all right,
All right.
roll that next athletics check there.
Here we go.
Oh, okay, not
Hey,
bad.
that's not
It's
bad.
gonna be a 15.
That you win actually. That's a 6 from him. As he's kind of laughing at you, you're like, oh well. And then
I step back. I jump up and I knee him in the jaw as he's laughing.
nice. You get him right solidly in the jaw. You hear a resounding crack noise. He's like, ugh! You see blood dripping out of his nose as he immediately roars and goes for you. It's 1 point for you.
You may have fought demons bigger than me, but you've never fought the devil.
Ooh. Okay, please,
All right.
please.
Next athletics check. This one could be close.
On athletics. Let's go.
Nope. He rolled a 10.
4.
You knee him in the face. He grabs your horns and he brings your head to his knee as he knees you back in the face.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Everybody kind of goes,
You stagger back, feeling stars as the light flickers, almost making you more dizzy.
Ugh.
Go for your next one there. Ooh, this one's gonna be hard. Good luck.
Come on, crit him. Crit him.
Come
crit him.
on.
Oh.
Get these
You
bad.
guys watch as this big orc grabs, just as like, because you're like staggering. The orc grabs you by the shoulder and just flings you like a towel across the grouse. You crash. Some of the orcs kind of like moving from like their seats. You collide in with one of the logs they've been sitting and eating on, and you just see stars. As the other orc raises up his arms and kind of flexes.
Oh.
Well,
He comes over and he picks you up. He just kind of grabs you like by your butt, by the butt of your pants and your horn. Like he just kind of lifts you up,
Okay. All right.
places you on his feet, and he loads you over.
I sort of before we get out of the pit, I sort of grab him by the wrist and raise his hand up and go like this guy.
Yeah. You're taken over to the female orc,
winner.
the only real, like, besides Audrey, the other bachelorette. And she selects him. She does take him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
She takes him and they disappear to their business.
they get,
All right,
Now
they
leaving,
they
now
get-
leaving just Audrey now, so there's that.
All right, Zito, go get him.
Let me in. Taz
All
walks
right.
in.
You
I
walk
want
in.
to see a freaking cobalt beat up an orc.
You walk in and there's immediately laughter.
Oh, that don't piss him off.
Oh no!
It's okay.
I know what Nadine's about to do. Oh my god!
Guys, I have Men of War from Breath of Fire 4 playing in the background right now. Come on.
Nice.
I can't lose this.
Which orc wants to come up and fight you? Oh, actually, you know which orc will want to fight you is the one that was having his hand on Zenrio.
Oh.
He gets up. Yeah.
He's gonna go stand in front of Zenrio when he's done.
He cracks his neck and kind of like rolls his shoulders and kind of snorts towards you, almost like an acknowledgement. Like everyone else is kind of laughing, but he's like, "Hey, I respect you."
Taz like takes his helmet off, gives him a nod, and gives his helmet over to Borky.
All right, Borky, you have his helmet.
Best
he
of luck,
reaches out-
Task.
He reaches out a balled fist to you. Just, that's the acknowledgement. You start the fight by touching fists, so everyone knows they're both ready, and then
Yep.
combat starts. He has
Yep.
to like lean down though to do it because you're smaller than him, much smaller than him.
Yep.
All right, you guys tap and athletics check.
Oh, damn it. Come on, that's a 4, 3, and a 5. Damn it.
Get the bad rolls out
Oh.
now, guys.
Hold on.
Did he roll in that one?
Yeah, he got a 5. Wait,
Yes!
she tied.
So I want to explain what Task does when he throws the fist. Task redirects his arm back. That's what I wanted to do at first.
Yeah, you redirect his punch, which means no one gets hit. And like the speed and accuracy of this, the orcs are like laughing. They're like, oh, like they're just like, oh, okay, we see where this is going. Alrighty, next roll there. That is a tie. No one wins.
God damn it!
Gosh, can we get over a single digit? It's a 7.
That's an 18 for him. He sees how fast you are and like kind of balances it out. and you kind of are bouncing side to side boxer style, and he just reaches out with this long reach, and he just pashes you right in the snout. You feel a little bit of blood drip out. All right.
It's all right. Task will just like hold that stance, like the hunched over stance, like as blood drips from his face, spits it and turns back. 18.
Ooh, not that good.
There you
oh,
go.
Yeah. Yeah, you beat him. That's an 11 from him. He goes for another one. And how would you like to take that shot? I was thinking you were gonna bite him.
Oh no. He's gonna go for the punch, but he's gonna he's gonna go for the punch. He looks down, he's not there. Task is underneath him and fucking like goes right for his gut.
Nice. You like swing underneath the sweep of his arm, and you immediately just bam, bam, 2 fists into the stomach, and he kind of staggers back. That's 1 for you. Alrighty.
21.
Let's go, Task!
That's another tie. He got a 17 plus 4.
Oh!
You almost.
I don't give a shit. I'm getting perfect parries in Smash Brothers right now.
You really are, yeah. It's crazy. You see you have like a clear opening, and you're about to go for a punch, but then you feel him grab your tail, but you manage to kind of flip yourself and kick yourself off of his arm and land on the ground. Like you were all over the place. You were super hard to pin down right now.
Come on, Task. Come on, Task.
Do it, Task.
16.
Let's go, 16.
Come on.
That's a 17. I'm so sorry.
Oh!
4. You just nimbly kind of run past his arm, but he manages to sweep, and he actually lifts up his boot, and you run right into his leg, like right into his boot. Just crack. This is such a close fight, Jesus Christ.
Come on, Task.
Do it, Task.
God damn it.
11. Hold on, no, he's gonna screw up.
That's 8. He fails.
Yes, let's go!
Nice.
I told you.
You immediately go to try and sweep his leg to get him to trip, but he manages to steady himself, but not before you're able to go up behind him and punch him in the back of the neck.
Nice.
You hear, oh, as he kind of staggers, his joints now popping a little bit. This is 1 for 1. This is whoever
Come on,
gets the
baby.
next roll wins.
Come on, baby. Next one wins.
Do it,
Let's go.
Task.
Come on, Task.
Ah!
Oh!
He rolled a 5.
I want to grab his hand and stop him and crack his wrist back and then knee him in the face.
All right, you do that. You grab him, you reach up, and you just BAM! You hit him right in the head, and you just hear as he staggers down. He falls over, dust
Nice.
erupting. There
Told
is
you
like
had it.
orcs fly to their feet and are just like freaking out. They're
Whoa!
Like, it's like Evo, except it's not. Except it's orcs.
It's like Evo, but not.
They're like, ah! Like they're all screaming and yelling.
And Sonic Fox takes the fucking gold.
Sonic Fox comes in and wins somehow.
Yeah, Sonic Fox wins everything. We
Guys,
know that.
I heard he's gay.
Yeah, I heard he's a gay black furry. Are you kidding me?
As he kind of rolls and just like, ugh, well fought.
I hold my fist out to him.
He takes it to get help getting up. The idea is the opponent will help the other up onto their feet.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll help him
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, you kind of like with both arms like lead him up, and he goes, "All right, pick your female, but your selection's kind of limited."
I just stand in front of her and I just mouth to her like, just reject.
She's like already on it. Shakes her head.
Although with Task scanning there, Remy's gonna give him like a forearm shake.
Hell yeah, Cobalt forearm shake. Let's go.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
As the orc goes back to his seat, Zenryo, he stops and kind of points at you, just like, "Hey."
Hi. I wave enthusiastically.
He smiles. He's like, kind of like, "Hey."
Hey,
He walks back to.
You did your best, and I'm very proud of you.
Thanks. He kind of scratches the back of his head and runs off, sheepishly. Not sure what to do with his emotions. Kiwi's
love
next
you,
to you, Greckles. He's just like, "That's some white violence there, Fletch. I wouldn't go in there. They'd break me in 2, beak be gone, legs be broken, done. Not worth it."
I feel like you would just bounce off the wall if they hit you as Cass walks by.
I imagine
It's a fair assessment.
Zenryo going in there and then getting hit once and being like, "Oh, it's real. No, never mind. I'm out."
name and voice.
No, it's real. I thought this was sorry.
I'm so sorry, man. I didn't even.
I thought wrestling was fake!
It was all fake. I thought it was
supposed to pull
fake.
the punch, man.
Alrighty. Fletch does sit next to you, Greckles, as it seems like no one else is actually challenging anymore at this point, given that
Kiwi.
Audrey's... Kiwi, sorry. Yeah, Kiwi's there. My bad.
Same thing.
Yeah, it appears that none of the other orcs are fighting at this point. No one is particularly interested in Audrey, it seems. They're like, she's not interested in us, so what's the point in just getting hurt for no reason if we're not going to get anything out of it?
Tanneruks
So.
grabbing some meat and he's getting wasted.
Yeah, you're having a good time. You are the life of the party, because you can play music, and they love that shit.
Oh,
Kiwi has
fuck
lost
yeah.
his job. Yeah, Kiwi's lost his
Yeah.
job.
Kiwi's
Yeah,
out.
I'm rocking out. I'm rocking out.
Yeah, they are
Just-
digging it.
Where are you talking to Kiwi, Greckles?
It's farther away from you. You can't really hear them. If you're sitting with
Got it.
Audrey, you're kind of far away from the rest of the
Got
group.
it.
Should we change the music?
Yeah,
It's a wee bit intense.
there you go.
Oh God.
Kiwi, we need to talk.
All right, Fred, what do you want to talk about? It's about all the crazy shit that's been going on and how we got kidnapped by orcs and, you know,
No.
you almost died again.
Kiwi,
I mean, I don't know what would happen if you were gone, mate. I just, you know.
Kiwi, this is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
All right.
Do you remember back when you found me on the ship? The
Yeah.
very first time we met?
Well, we met, you know, at sailor school.
No.
Roommates.
No, Kiwi. Kiwi. That's where we met.
What?
Oh no.
Kiwi. This is hard for me to say, but I want you to know no matter what, you are one of my best mates.
Well, yeah.
I'm not really Fletch.
There's a moment of pause. He stares into your eyes, turns over towards the fire. I knew it!
Oh, okay.
I had a feeling, a little inkling, but like, I didn't know.
But no,
Not
no,
Fletch.
he tries to stop him. Kiwi, I want you to understand. You still are my best mate. We've been through a lot together, and it tore my heart apart that I couldn't help you off that evil dolphin island. And I was so happy to see you alive.
Can I just say, fuck dolphins? Just fuck 'em.
Crackles shrugs.
One of them
I mean,
stabbed you.
to be fair, Kiwi, one of them actually stole my one of my favorite weapons and tried to use it against me. So
They're
yeah,
clever.
fuck dolphins.
They're clever bastards, right?
They
They're
really
just too
are. They
smart.
really are. Maybe
Too
we
smart.
maybe we should just blow them all up. You know.
I like that idea. Get a ship, blow them all up. Be good. See, if you're not Fletch, then who are you?
My actual name is Greckles Birdman. I am a I guess you could call me a spy. When we were all kidnapped at the opera.
Oh, the pirate thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you got kidnapped! Oh, and then you were on the ship and then we became friends. I see what you're saying. Wait, then what the hell happened to the real Fletch then?
I honestly don't know. I was one of the few that were actually trying to defend against your old crew.
Yeah, that was a
Back when
bloody
you-
bad idea, right?
That-
Like,
that-
kidnapping the
yeah,
opera
yeah.
company. That did not end well. That
That-
storm giant was right miffed too. Like, yikes. The entire time we're going to jail. Like, he's just like, fuck you guys. And I was like, I didn't do nothing. I'm just a mechanic, right?
Well, Kiwi, here's the thing. I didn't see any other Kenku. So it's very possible that he's still alive. And I'll tell you what, I'll do this for you. When we get out of this crazy ass situation and you want to look for the real Fletch in Elvast, I'll help you out.
I mean, between you and me, if he didn't come back to find me, then what's the worth of me finding him?
Well, if that's the way you want to look at it, I
It's
just figured
kinda
I'd
a
offer.
mean way, but you know, it's just like, you know, what the heck, Fletch? You know, I've been waiting, expected to come back, and he doesn't.
This guy's just so optimistic. What the fuck?
I know. I love him.
I'm just
I mean,
glad
it's-
I'm just glad you're taking this so well.
I mean, compared to everything else that's been going on in my life, you know, it's a solid, you know, comparatively. I mean, I thought you were gonna ask me, you know, to dance or, you know, be a thing or something. That was kind of what I was getting, but I kind of shrugs.
I mean, we're still mates, right?
Oh, heck yeah. We're mates. Birds of a feather. And maybe Remy, too, because he's also a bird. But, I don't know him as well as I know you. Though, I guess I know you a bit less now as a result.
Actually, even though I've been saying that I'm Fletch this whole time, that was the only lie I've ever told to you. You're still my best mate. I still want to look out for you. And we had a hell of a couple of adventures.
I have a favor to ask in return.
All right.
So there's this thing that happened with the girl over there. He kind of points to Audrey, who's like got that big giant bruise on her head. So like I stuck like behind her, right, with like a frying pan. And
You did that, didn't you?
Oh, I hit her real hard, like real hard.
Oh, Kiwi.
No, listen, Greckles. Oh, it's so weird. Greckles, right? So like she was like choking him out, like that's what I thought was going on. So I was like, oh, I gotta save Remy because we're cool. So I went up and I hit her with the frying pan. I hit her a little too enthusiastically though. But I got to thinking, I did that real good. Like, she's still alive, which is great, but I did that real good. And I was thinking, what if it was more lethal?
Oh.
Yeah. We'll talk about it later, but
all right, I'm very down for that.
I think so, yeah.
All right,
but...
we need to get him a radio on his side of his ear, and he needs to speak with a fucking whiskey and cigarette accent.
Well, anyway, I should probably get some sleep. Looks like everyone's kind of going about their business now. Looks like you guys got a mission tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, best of luck. And he kind of gets up and leaves. As the night progresses, you guys drink, you guys eat, you guys nurse some wounds, some more than others. Audrey does help you guys before she goes to bed, though. She does, just check on you guys. You guys have to sleep with the men. There's like a big kind of like shared living space that no, there's actually an empty there is an empty house that you guys can stay in where the old orcs used to live. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah. Audrey has to stay with the other women. That's just rules. She's not allowed to go anywhere else.
The rules.
So she is separated.
Not in a cage.
No. I mean, she never has been. She's been in Gruel's room.
Well, she was locked in his room, yeah.
Yeah. But it seems like they're like, all right, well, obviously now she's working for us. We'll just have her stay with the females. So she goes with the older shaman lady, who she seems kind of comfortable with, which is kind of a good sign. Like you get the vibe that she's not as afraid of them as she is of, Gruel and any of the other orcs that are around. Eventually you guys kind of go your separate ways. And as the dawn rise, you hear an orc just screaming at the top of his lungs, like just screaming.
An orc that isn't Borky? What?
Yeah, it's not an orc that's Borky. It's just, it literally sounds like a like either like a bird of some kind. It's like a, I don't even know. I don't want to do it because it's loud, but it's like ah.
I want to just imagine. I want to imagine he does that, and then he goes, "Oh wait, sorry, I stubbed my toe."
Borky gets up and goes, "Oh my god, so annoying." God.
That would be the orc. Where is his name? He actually has a name. That's the Dawn Caller.
Yeah, he immigrant songs. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, basically. That's basically what it is, yeah.
It's time to wake up, fellow orcs. Time to seize the day, yeah.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way. That's why. That is Zagok. That's his name. He's the Dawn Caller.
Zagok.
Borky sticks his head out. You call that waking everybody up?
He just kind of looks at you.
Let me show you how it's done.
Oh my god!
Here we go.
Borky does it first time. He just kind of does like his hands to the side, deepest breath he can. It's time to get Orky.
I miss my room.
To get Borky. As loud as he can.
When Borky does that, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion to just throw that in another direction and make it nice and wide and loud, covering the entire encampment as much as possible.
All right, yeah, you embellish it and it erupts. It does beat out Zagok, though Zagok is a bit more professionally trained. But yeah, you are quite loud, and he's like, he kind of
profession and loud.
He is. It's his job.
All his points went into being a loud son of a bitch.
Eventually, all of you guys gather your things and you get ready to intercept this trade. Gruel meets with you. He has his sword on his back. You also notice that he is wearing some pieces of metal that you guys recognize. Which are pieces from the crab neck.
Oh.
Yeah, he seems to have fashioned himself a very crude set of what appears to be some sort of like breastplate of some kind. So he kind of like gong hits it and goes, "Figured it'd be useful. My scouts found it last night. Brought some of it back with them.
Yeah, that's how we
Yeah, that
got
was
here.
us.
Yeah, that's how we got here.
We're collecting the rest of it to make some weapons.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
We don't have access to metal or forges, so we make do with what we find."
I do hope I have a bow at this point, yeah?
Yes. Oh yeah. They hook you up
thank
with
God.
a really nice bow. Yeah. It's one of the hunters actually like gives it to you. He actually wants your crossbow in exchange. He's like, "I will give you this bow." if you
Take
give
it.
me
I
a crossbow."
fucking hate this thing, but I need arrows. I have bolts. I need arrows.
Yeah. He gives you how many arrows does he have? He gives you 10 arrows to start. And he says like he'll have more for you once you get back, because it sounds like they need to make a lot of arrows now.
I accept this challenge knowing that I have such a limited source of fucking ammunition.
He also gives you a like a hunting knife, so like a dagger as well.
Oh, sick. Okay.
It's made out of stone. It's like a stone like.
It's sharp. I can make it work.
Yeah, this is something you'd be more accustomed to, honestly, as opposed to iron and steel. So you guys managed to get yourselves ready to go. As you do, I just want to see how many people this will affect. Hold on. Grandma is going to come out and help.
Grandma?
Yeah, she's a spell I want her to use on you guys, which will probably help very much.
Yes, please.
Thanks, ma'am.
Especially for
King's
you,
feast
Remy.
Pardon?
Especially for you, Remy.
Yay.
She is going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. There's no limit. You can just choose as many people as you want.
So the whole camp?
Oh, no, she has to go with you.
Oh.
Ah, beans.
Curses.
Grandma's not going with you. All right, you guys are on your own. Never mind, she can't do that.
I'm coming with. Oh, my hip.
Yeah.
We'll have to
Basically.
craft. You know what Yzma's carried in the.
Yes.
Yeah, that Borky.
Yeah.
No,
Borky
wait,
puts it on his
polymorph
shoulder.
into a crab and we're fine.
No, let Grandma stay.
This is the lobster form. This is the stance.
You guys do proceed in the woods. Gruul is heading this adventure. As you guys leave, you do see Audrey kind of watch you guys go with this kind of concerned expression on her face, just like.
I assumed we're not going into trap territory.
No, this is the opposite direction. Even
Also, we're with scouts, so I hope they know where the hell their traps are.
yeah, Gruul even mentions like we don't trap up this way. There's just not as good hunting. Like it's just like it's too competitive. They do compete with Etten that live on a mountain nearby, as well as a few other creatures that just kind of exist.
Since the hiding's really good, can I go ahead and just jump in with the other scouts?
Oh yeah, it's just you and Gruul. Gruul's not bringing any scouts out. They just basically told you like where the spot is.
All right.
They do mention that they have seen people traveling through, but they didn't want to get too close to blow the cover. But they know that they're using that trail.
Oh, I will tell Gruul this though as we're going along.
Mm-hmm.
When we find these dragon cultists, try to keep as much of their equipment intact. If they have whistles, that can summon dragons.
Noted. And also keep your voice down.
All right.
Stay low.
Do we question? And this isn't the metagame. This is just because I'm curious. Do we get advantage because the brush is so thick with the stealth?
I will say yes, and also because you have Gruul with you, who knows this area. Those of you who have disadvantage due to armor, Remy, you guys will have just a basic roll. So this is gonna be a group check.
Clank.
It's a group check, so we
Yeah,
all
so
have to roll it?
everybody roll stealth. So everybody has advantage except for Remy, who has just standard.
All right, here we
Yay,
go.
22.
Nice, very good. Let's pass.
I have a +7 in stealth. Jeez.
This is not gonna
Nat
be
20.
Wow, Porky!
7.
11.
Oh, that's a 19.
7.
Oh,
Oh no.
Borky putting the whole
So-
team on his back apparently.
You guys still pass because you had to pass a 10. So luckily, luckily Zenrio, you just make the pass. If not, it would have been a tie. And yeah, Gruul's completely silent. It actually scares you how quiet he is, how he's managing to like kind of weave his horns between the tree branches and like the various different witch's hair that's kind of falling down from these massive willow and other types of trees as you guys kind of proceed forward. As you do, who is leading the front alongside of Gruul? Who feels like
Borky.
they are the most adequate at...
Probably Borky, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Borky, roll a perception check then for me.
That's an 18.
Nice.
Ooh.
As you're walking, you see like some color, and you just immediately lift up your hand, and everybody stops. As you look forward, you see a tall, dragonoid person. You see, I'm just gonna get you guys in a position here.
Uh-oh. Oh, map.
The map. She openeth.
You
opened it.
see what the shipment is.
Ooh.
It is not an item. It is 2 young red dragons.
Oh,
God!
Currently following behind a draconic-looking individual and 3 other dragonborn following behind as they're proceeding forward, kind of keeping their eyes out idly. And that is where we are going to end the session for tonight.
Yeah!
Oh boy.
Wow. Real quick before I can, Blackfoot Ferret,
Task, don't kill him.
thank you so much for the lead bits. Let them smash. Avion fan with 1,000 bits, making a town and RPG maker while listening to the stream. Also, thank you for this. It really helps my depression and gives me something to look forward to each week. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Austin.
Also, bye, Austin.
Bye,
Bye,
Austin.
Austin.
There you guys go. Well, you guys have your plan now, so...
Yeah, we do.
Give me that.
Bye,
Give me that.
Austin.
Give
I
me
am
that.
very good that we're stopping this transaction.
Yeah.
Borky already has like his pretty much. Borky has one of those child leashes on Task, just like.
Please don't.
No, Task.
No.
Reeling
no.
him in.
Hey, no. Task, no. No.
But I have advantage.
But
real
I
fu-
haven't Fanny.
what episode is this? 73.
72.
72.
72.
Yeah, 72.
72.
Well, that was a fun episode, and thanks for the moment.
That was great.
Thanks for the moment, Grex. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was really good.
Now
It was
Kiwi
really
knows. Kiwi was getting an inkling because you did fail a few you failed a few checks and he passed a few and he was like,
His accent keeps fluctuating in every scene, and people keep
know.
calling him Greckles. I don't think this all adds up.
It wasn't really that hard, no offense, but he was kind of figuring it out.
Well, I'm glad you told him because that changes things in a certain
Malefic
person's mind.
Cucumber with the 1,950 bits. Thank you guys for entertaining time Thank you guys for an entertaining time every week. I usually don't catch the stream, so let's celebrate. Thank you so much for the bits, dude. Thank you so much for your support.
Okay, I love
This-
that.
All right.
Everyone in the chat is telling me like these just be like, let me at him, let me at him. I'm just... No, I don't imagine that. I imagine on Task's turn, he's just gonna saunter on up to them like fucking Popeye. Like with the arms and forward, and the tattoo, like the forearm tattoo showing forward.
Hey, we got the red dragons here.
What is this tiny dragon speaking to us?
Well, blow me down!
And then one of them's Bluto's.
Screams.
Thank
Just
you.
screams. Well, blow me down.
What do we want to call the episode?
Oh, man.
This one's a hard one to name. This is a lot of strategizing.
It's a lot of
and-
things.
Strange
Yeah.
bedfellows? I don't know.
No.
Huh? No.
Chat, let's go. Come on, chat. We believe in you. Give us some ideas.
Storyteller's Apprentice with 100 bits. Greckles, are you sure you want to give Borky the tooth? Can he handle the tooth? Okay, I'll leave now.
War talks? I like that actually.
War games.
It's not a game yet, though.
Dances with orcs. Nah.
Mm.
Love in strange places. That's kind of fun.
That's good.
Nickum with
Axes and
1,000.
allies.
Oh my god.
Flame War.
Flame War is pretty good.
Flame War's pretty fucking good.
No, we
Yeah.
could save that one for the actual Flame War because Probate just dropped 10,000 bits and said Tactics and Tanneruks.
Oh.
See that?
That one's pretty good.
Flame. I want to say Flame War for the actual Flame War.
Yeah, Flame War would be good for the actual, like, if you guys fight these guys.
Yeah.
Tactics and Tanneruks is good.
Probate, thank you so much for the 10,000
Yeah.
bits, though, dude. Holy crap.
Thank you, Probate.
Thank you so much, man. What the?
Shipping problems. Let's save that for next episode. Potentially.
That's good.
Ooh.
Yeah. Gosh, there's that Tactics and Tanneruks is actually not terrible.
Yeah, Tactics and Tanneruks is nice.
Write it down. Write it down.
Tactics and Tanneruks. Yeah, we'll do that
Yeah.
one. And then
Got it.
yeah, What was the other
TNT.
one?
I thought of a really stupid one.
What was the really stupid one?
I thought of a really stupid one for next episode. If this goes wacky, Amazon Primal.
Ooh.
What was the sun one that we liked? What was that
Flame
one?
War.
Flame War, yeah.
That's right.
Flame War. X-Nick, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits as well, dude. Fantastic session. All not to lessen the performances of everyone, but want to say especially, I love Taka and Gaijin's performances. Both those with each other's and individuals' themes. Thank you so much, X-Nickum.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you very
Did an
much.
amazing-
Bud the Spud, thank you for the 100 bits.
Oh,
Dragon V Cat, thank you for the 100 bits. And Storytell's Prince, again, thank you so much. And Cool Shirt Guy, Thirsty for War, 100 bits.
Was that an Invader Zim reference? Are you thirsty?
Froggy's mom rules. Ice Booth, 100 bits. Next episode for the Zealot fight through the fire and flames.
I mean, if things go really bad, we could just call it blame it on RNG.
Oh my god.
That's good. That's
Fuck, that's good.
That's really good.
What was it? I missed it.
Blame it
On
on.
Orangey.
Orangey. Oh.
Oh, I gotta go.
I get it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that one there, Chief.
It's pretty good. You'd come up with these really weird puns, and I don't know how you do it.
It's
Investigation.
in an it's
Investigation
in
is
an
my
it's
favorite
it is In and Out Burger. It actually gives you power.
It's true. Yeah. Shh, don't reveal the secret, dude. That's on the secret menu.
Oh my god. Well, I do need to head out because I'm very exhausted.
Alrighty,
from work. I'm
Monty, where can they
absolutely
find
tired.
you?
Yeah. You can find me at Monty Glue on Twitter, and hopefully I will stream tomorrow. We'll see. I had a rough week with my other jobs, so I'm very tired. So I'm kind of trying to not overdo too much, but hopefully tomorrow we will do something fun. And then oh yeah, you can also find me with Roll With Me because I've joined there. It's Lanny Pator's D&D on Monday. I play a construct druid named Twig. I just got born. I just came to life.
Happy
so-
birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah. I don't know fucking anything, which is great because I have a book that tells me what I know. Yeah. No. So yeah, you can catch me there. And then tomorrow we'll see if there's a stream. Sunday I should also have a stream as well. As long as things go well. But the other thing that's making me not stream as well is because we've had a lot of windstorms. So I've just been kind of like on days where it's been really, really gusty. I'm just not gonna bother because the power does flicker occasionally.
I didn't know
And
you
my
guys got
internet's-
crazy wind.
And my internet kind of sometimes gets knocked out. So I was really scared for tonight. But we were okay. It was just a little light snowfall today. So yeah.
Boom. Someone did it already. Someone did
Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow. Harglyph Studio. Jeez.
That's good turnaround.
That you can commission.
Yes.
Commissions are open for Harglyph, everybody.
Yeah, Harglyph is really good artwork.
Nice.
Alrighty, Zito, where can they find you?
You can find me at You can find me at twitch.tv. Setting up a new schedule. Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays are 5 to 8 p.m. between the hours. Not exact, between the hours. And Friday is 9 to 1 in the morning. Tomorrow, I plan to do some more Slay the Spire mods because holy shit, I want to learn how to make some myself.
Nice. Though you might want to repeat your exact location.
Yeah,
'cause
you kind of cut out a
out.
little bit. Yeah.
So we know what you're doing. We just need to know again where you were at.
Do we want to know though? Do we really?
Bosco.
I don't want to
What?
know
Oh,
where I
sorry.
am anymore. I don't want to. You can find me at twitch.tv/Zito. I stream now on a new schedule. Monday.
We heard all that
Thursday-
part, just the first part.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just need to know your where to find you.
Well, you gotta tell me that, please. You know what? Hold on. Now I need this just to get the fucking vent out of me. There we go. I'm good.
Hey,
There we go.
hey,
You can find fun noises like that on my stream.
Bosco, the beautiful man from LA.
Yeah, I am not from LA.
You are now.
No, I'm just stuck here. There's a
It's okay,
difference.
Bosco. It's okay. They think I'm from fucking Texas.
No, you're not. You're from Long Island. There's a difference. You know what a fucking pizza is.
How long
God-
is the island?
You
by
got
the
it
way?
wrong. I've told you 5 times.
No, stop fighting.
No, we're not fighting.
He's from
I'm
Staten
teasing him.
Island.
I'm teasing him.
Fighting.
You're from
I
Staten
love-
Island.
I love my friends.
I get it, Zito. You're from Staten
Bosco,
Island.
where
It's
can they
okay.
find you, you son of a bitch?
They can find me at @BoscoVA on both Twitter and Instagram, and right here on twitch.tv/my name, Edward Bosco. Simple as that. Go Bears.
Where? To home?
What?
The Bears.
Where did the Bears go?
I said go Bears. I have to rep my teammate if we lost.
All right.
Hey, Octo.
Hey.
Hello, other beautiful man from LA.
Hi. You can find me at Octopimp everywhere. I'm all over the place. Don't worry about it. Check me out if you feel like it. I'm not your boss.
Fair enough. Connor, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at @Snake, and they can find me on Twitch at Distortion Devil.
Very serious. Goomba!
Wow.
Gim Gam! Where can they find you, you beautiful baby?
Well, you can find me here with you every Monday.
Yeah, it's true.
Didn't mention that. But you can find me otherwise at Gaijin Goomba, no H because whatever. But do please find my video content on YouTube. I got a brand new video going up tomorrow. It's been highly requested for over 2 years now. I don't know why, because it's on For Honor. I didn't know anyone cared about that game anymore. But no,
People
we're talking
care about that game?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Fuck.
I'll be talking
Right?
I'll be talking about the badass origin of the Nobushi, because actually female warriors in Japan were way more badass than the male counterparts.
Oh, cool.
They really were. Oh
I
my
actually,
god.
I might be interested in that because, like, I might want to play like a samurai, a female samurai, and DND.
Oh, Nobushi are fucking badass. Can I tell you a quick tale of 3
Sure.
sentences? Tomoe Gozen. She was in a losing battle. Her lord told her to run. She said, "Fuck that." Got on her horse, collided into a group of 30 men, leaped off her horse to the biggest one of the bunch, tackled him to the ground, and decapitated him.
Nice.
That is a true fucking story.
Sick.
That's great.
She's like a real life Drifters character.
I see what you did.
Yeah, I know, right? Guys, you can find me right here. And tomorrow is the Cold Heat. The Multiverse Nexus Wrestling main event tomorrow. We'll be starting, I think, a little bit
It's an
early.
oxymoron.
Hey, I know.
We went over that, Bosco.
Bosco, you fucking. Anyways,
Bosco, that's a tag. That's
it's gonna
the
be
tag
fun.
line.
We got the Money in the Bank ladder match, as well as we have the main event, which will be Trashman Jones versus Mr. Touchums for the title.
Mr. Touch.
Mr. Touchums.
Say it one more time. He'll appear.
No, clown.
No. And yeah, guys, it's gonna be a fun card. Pro Bunaga is gonna be going for a title.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Boo!
You rush. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for swinging by here. And again, Probate, thank you so much for the combined 20,000 bits, dude. Holy shit. Thank you so much. As well, a big shout out to Blackfoot Ferret and so many other amazing community members. Thank you so much, everybody.
Every little bit helps, guys.
It
It really does.
Yeah.
Who are we
Boy,
gonna
And
oh
that's a
boy.
quick.
You guys are gonna see where this is gonna go. There's some stuff I've been using some things for, and it's gonna be very interesting.
Oh man,
Very
she's being so
excited.
cryptic.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's gonna be
Alright.
fun.
Also buy a
fun.
t-shirt.
Yeah, we do have merch, and we also have the Discord as well. Where
Join
we
the
want-
Discord. We answer questions.
We do. We have a live. Not live Q&A. We have a Q&A, and then occasionally we do a live Q&A as well. We have people who do fan theories. We have people who they post their art there. It's a good place to hang out. I also lurk around there a lot. I'm kind of like a ghost. And
I think we
sometimes-
all lurk on there.
Yeah. I always
time
like
to
to
time.
look and see what's happening. Oh.
Who should
but
we
yeah.
raid, though? There's a lot of options tonight.
Ooh, there is.
When was the last time we raided Mr. Rabbit?
Constantly.
while.
Constantly.
I mean,
Been a
he
while.
constantly. I was about to say, because he's playing Yakuza 0 right now.
Ooh,
That's-
ooh,
Oh,
rate him.
yeah. Okay.
No
yeah.
one tell him! Stop telling him!
No. Yeah,
Oh,
tell him.
well,
tell.
thank you for
No
the
one
raid,
say
Marty
a
the Moth.
word.
Thank you for the raid, Marty the Moth. But we're actually just wrapping up. But nonetheless, thank you so much, dude.
Yeah,
They're like
Marty,
the-
thank you.
They're like the orc tribe you guys just joined. They're on their way to help you take on the next battle.
There we go. That's a good.
Yeah,
I'll
that.
take that.
Yeah, that.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. All right, let's raid. Hey, Mr. Rabbit here.
Go beat him up. Go hit him.
Mr. Wabbit.
Kill the wabbit. Kill the wabbit. Kill
Kill
the
the
wabbit.
wabbit.
Kill the wabbit.
That ought to hold him.
Oh my.